Greetings, YouTube. It's your boy, OG Ant, in the building. And guess who's back in town?
Everybody, it's me, DK.
DK the Cubs in the building. And I'm here. We're here to do our live special. Welcome to our special 32 championship. Who's got the best Kung Fu movie of all time? We are doing it live, and I got some very special friends with me today as some of our panelists, along with hopefully some of you out there will get to join in and chime in on what is the best Kung Fu movies out there. But let's get to know them a little bit better. We're going to start off with my man, Sifu Quanzi from Kung Fu Chronicles. What's good, fam?
What's up? What's up, everybody? How you doing? My name's Sifu Quanzi. Yeah, I'm a martial arts practitioner, instructor. I've been specifically do Eagle Claw Kung Fu for 25 plus years. I also teach Krav Maga, and I also run the Kung Fu Chronicles YouTube channel. So
you got to check him out over there. His channel is lit. This man gets some of the best damn interviews on martial arts throughout the nation, bro. This is the man. This is the guy. So if you guys are really, really into learning the ins and outs, some of the behind the scenes, and to see some of the top featured martial artists, instructors, this is your man. So check him out. Don't forget to check out Kung Fu Chronicles. That's Chronicles with a K. All right.
Yes, man, didn't even have to pay you for that, brother. I appreciate you.
No, sir. No, sir. Never that. Never that. All right. And then, of course, we have El Gran Campeón, the billiards champion of the United States, one of the top pool players. He's won championships and tournaments. He is one of the top people who movies and TV shows and famous people go to when they want to learn the art of the billiard. My man, T-Row.
Man, it's a pleasure to be here, guys. Again, my name is Tony Robles. I'm a professional pool player, as OG said. It's great to see you and Dan, the man with the master plan, back in town. Quasi, it's a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to seeing your stuff as well. I'm excited. This is going to be something I've never done before. And I told you before, OG, and I played in world championships and U.S. Opens throughout my career. And I've never seen a tough draw like I have when it comes to this tournament here. This is tougher than the draws that I've seen in world championships.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me just, before we get to that draw, let me just let you all know, because I'm in the wrong screen. You have to bear with me because I'm still learning. We got people already. We got my man, the Guru, in the building. What's up, the Guru? What's up, baby? Oh, my man, SD's in the house. SD, hi, OG, Tony Quasi. He says, what's up? What's up to you, fam? What's good? What's good? Dan de Blasio made it to the screen.
Oh, that's fantastic.
What's good? Hey, Dan. Hey, Dan, if you want to be in, if you want to get in on this, we are adding people to the panelists. I just dropped the link right now in the comments. So if you're interested in adding your perspective to some of these great Kung Fu movies, please make sure you got a good camera, you got a good mic. Hazuo, what's up? My man Hazuo made it. What's up, baby?
Hazuo this is great.
Applause for all viewers and those in the call. Appreciate you. My man, we got a new one. We got a new guy, Michael Richardson, in the building. Good to be here. Hey, fam, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here, man. I can't believe it. I thought it was going to be two people.
Strong start.
All right, we very happy, man. So again, just so you all know, if you want to be a part of the stream and you want to chime in, we put a link down in the comment section. Make sure you got a good camera and a good mic, good background, and we'll put you in the studio, bring you up on the screen, and you can argue it out with us on these movies. Getting back to something that Tony just said when he was talking about the draw. Let's talk about the draw. So I'm gonna bring it up and pop it up on the screen. So bear with me for 1 second. All right. I should have brought this over to the screen here. Nah, that's wrong. There we go. All right. And I'm going to show you all. It's hiding from me. There we go.
Oh.
It is hiding from me. There it is.
Got the bracket.
Got the bracket. Here we go. I'll bring this up so everyone can see it. Where are you? There we go. Boom. I hope everybody can see that. Can everybody see that?
I can.
Sifu, you good?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Yeah, I can somewhat see it. Yeah, it's small, but I can see it.
What about on your live stream on your TV?
I'm looking for it. Okay, here we go. There we go. It finally came out.
Make
Okay,
sure
I can
you
see it.
Make sure you mute the
perfectly.
TV.
Yep, it's muted.
The guru says, wow, look at that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're looking good. We're looking real good. Let me see if I can do this so that we make sure that you guys are. No, that's not the one. See, this is why I want to run this with Quasi, because Quasi is the man when it comes to this stuff. And this is what there we go.
Yeah, that's the layout.
That's the layout right there. Okay. All right. So, as you can see, we have 32 Kung Fu movies, which are basically like from 1980 backwards. We went all the way back to 1965 when we first, you improved the zoom for me to see it. Excellent. Good. So we went from 1980 and we went backwards to 1965. And we took a list of various Kung Fu movies from different studios, right? And throughout over a month, we were putting up a bunch of different polls. And we were putting up polls. Oh, Dan de Blasio said, I got a phone and no mic. It's all good. Enjoy. Welcome, Dan de Blasio. Welcome, Gigi. Hey. And so what we did was we went ahead and we put together a bunch of polls. Those polls then were whittled down. We did poll after poll, and the subscribers, not us, the subscribers are the ones that chose the movies that were chosen. Okay. And so we have essentially four regions. We have a Shaw Brothers region, right?
Mhm.
We have a region that is essentially Litso Nam, right? Because he did a gang of movies, right? Produced a gang of movies, directed a bunch of movies. We have a section that is for Golden Harvest, and we have a section for B-list movies, right? That are plucked from all over the place. Now, here's something that you need to know. Again, we did not pick these movies. There are movies that are in this tournament that we did not pick. Or there are movies that are here that are our favorites that didn't make the cut. So we are also not always happy with the way, but that's the way all tournaments are. It's the same way with college basketball. Sometimes your team don't make the tournament, right? And that's just the way it is. So don't get mad at the host. Don't get mad at the panelists.
Don't kill the messengers.
Don't kill the messengers. Y'all pick this, all right? So I'm just letting y'all know. That's what happens, right? Because I get the fact that Prodigal Son didn't make this is killing me, right? Because I love that movie, but it didn't make it.
Like SD said, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes, exactly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go one battle from region to region until we whittle it down. We're gonna just do the 16 rounds, and then we're gonna come back next week, right? And then we're gonna whittle that down till we get to our winner, right? That's the plan. So I just want to give you all a little bit of a heads up. That's how we rocking. And you guys can chime in as well. Your vote matters. So we're going to do this as a committee, right? But our experts here on the panel, they're going to be the ones who are going to be kind of leading the charge on what they feel should win in each round. All right. Is everybody good with those instructions?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Pretty cool. All right.
Quick question. Can I ask a quick question?
Please.
When you set this up with your audience, you said it was like 80s down, or did you give them that range? So maybe that's why.
Yes, we were very thorough. We went 80s backwards. So literally, like no movies from the 60s made it. Nobody wanted them. So like, Come Drink with Me, Dragon Inn, none of those movies. Like One Armed Boxer.
Right.
Hey, they were literally a part of this, a part of the polls they didn't
Right.
vote him in.
Okay.
They didn't vote him in. Like One Arm Boxer didn't make it in. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's like
asking.
that's like a classic.
Right. Because I see like you do have Iron Monkey. That's more 90, I think early 90s.
Technically, yeah, and that's actually that's a fact. That is actually a fact. Iron Monkey came out in the 90s. So, but that was one of them that was picked.
Yeah, for sure.
You
No,
know
I'm
what
just
I'm saying? So,
asking.
even here, right? When you look at Drunken Master, that's not a Golden Harvest movie,
Right.
right? But people they wanted to see some Jackie Chan movies, right? Snake and the Eagle Shadow, that's not Golden Harvest. Jackie went to work for them later. So, but they did acquire the rights, though. They did acquire the rights at one point. So, I mean, I guess, people are.
I know we're already going to get into an argument because you guys got Drunken Master, but not Drunken Master 2. I'm like,
right. Oh, Drunken Master 2, baby. That's it. Oh, my God. I know, man. I love that movie, man. Holy crap. All right. So here we go. So y'all ready? Y'all ready to do this?
Yep.
All right. So then here we go. I think I'm going to, because I think I
Guru
have.
said, "Wow, Master of the Flying Guillotine did not make
I
it."
know.
That one
That's
too.
another one.
Another
That's
classic.
another one.
Wow.
That's another one. All right, y'all ready to rock?
Yes.
We're ready.
All right, here we go. Let the tournament begin. All right, here we go. First round. 5 Deadly Venoms versus 3 Evil Masters, aka the Master. All right, who wants to go first?
You can go, Quasi. You can go first if you like.
Wow. All right. So, well, man. So, full disclosure, I haven't seen The Master in a very long time. But 5 Deadly Venoms is just one classic, and I've seen it many times. I'm a fan of the Venoms. It's tough for me to pick, not being biased on this one. So, but based on just martial arts, I mean, well, let me ask you guys: how are we judging the movies? Are we basing it on story, martial arts?
You just do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Let me help you out a little bit.
Okay.
I'll jump in. I'll start us off. Okay. So I think the people who follow this channel closely know how I feel about 5 Deadly Venoms. It actually is very telling because it's the very first movie that we ever produced on this channel.
Okay.
It has a very special place in my heart because of its connection to my uncle who passed away, who used to take me with him to the Kung Fu Theater in Chicago. We had our equivalent of 42nd Street Theater in Chicago. It was called the McVickers Theater. And it was if you've ever seen The Last Dragon, that opening scene in the theater, that's the McVickers Theater. You had all kinds of people.
Wow, that's cool.
Sticky floors, mice running around, popcorn everywhere, people yelling and screaming at the screen, people dressed with their kung fu clothes on and their karate shoes. And it was just like that, right? And that's why I saw 5 Deadly Venoms. It has a very special place in my heart, right? I love that movie. Good story. To me, it's really like a murder mystery type vibe. If you think about it, there's only 3 fights in the movie, right? There is the initial fight between Centipede and Toad. Then there's another fight between Toad and the snake. And then there's the end fight. That's it, right? The rest of the movie is murder and mystery and intrigue. And I feel that it really does the genre justice in the way in which that it was presented, because it's not martial arts heavy. The characters obviously are very colorful. The idea of them all wearing masks and not knowing each other, only certain members know each other. That's a vibe. I love that. So there's that. The Master is what I consider just a good kung fu movie. It's entertaining. I don't think that of the 3 evil masters, although they do characterize them, I think one is like a sex fiend and then the other one I think is a gambler or something like that. They don't really play into it too much. and they don't get enough characterization like the Venoms do in their movie. A lot of the focus is really on Yoon Tak, right? Our protagonist, the kid, and obviously our hero character as well. Um, it's a good movie. It's one of the base movie. Guy, master gets wounded, kid helps him, and then he rewards him by teaching him kung fu, and then he eventually dies, and then the kid gets revenge. So it's like it's like very tropey, in my opinion. Whereas Deadly Venoms is really well put together. So that's my opinion. What do you guys think?
I mean, you know how we had this discussion the other day, how when DK did a video in one of the martial arts films, and you know, I remember I told you that you're both more into the plot, but throughout the years of me watching films, I discovered that a lot of them don't care about plots. It's more about the quality of the martial arts. So I discovered that some people are into it more because of the martial arts.
Mhm.
The martial arts and the master are fantastic. I think the intro is one of the greatest intros in the history of kung fu movies.
Yeah.
The intro is
The
unbelievable.
restaurant. The
He says,
restaurant.
yeah, pose or kick, whatever. It was really, really sweet, right?
Uh-huh.
Another thing from the master is there's one time where he was teaching the young kid how to throw a punch through water to break some stone
Right.
bricks,
Yeah.
like some thin ones. Yeah, and he was doing it wrong. And he said he came out of nowhere. He went like this, and he broke him in the first try. And he said, "You know what?" He said, "Even the way you're doing it is wrong, and even if you practice forever, you'd never get it right." So I never forgot those words, and I said to myself, "You know what? As a professional pool player, I can kind of share that with my students because if you're practicing a technique the wrong way and you're trying to master a certain shot, you have to be able to do it correctly to begin with." Now, with that being said, going to the five deadly venoms, I've met many people in my lifetime, both in and out of the pool world, that whenever I mention to them that I'm a martial arts film fan,
Mhm.
one of the first things they say, "Oh, you ever watch the Venoms movie or the ones with the poison?" That's what they say. It's very, very famous. This is a film. I kid you not. I might sound crazy, but not to someone that's hardcore like me. I watch this film like once a week at least.
Okay.
I never get tired of watching this film. It is a fantastic film. So for me, if I had to pick one of the two, as much as I love The Master, I would definitely go with the Five Deadly Venoms because it's iconic. It's a classic. And most people that I met in my life, whether they're a martial arts fan or not, know about the film.
Okay. DK, what you got?
Okay. For me, I'm gonna pick the Master or Three Evil Masters. As I know, I mean, I love Five Deadly Venoms. It's iconic. It's always fun seeing like the interplay between each of the five deadly venoms, seeing how they all interact with each other when they don't know each other, seeing how they interact when they find out who each one is. It's it's amazing. It is a fun movie. There's a lot of intrigue. There's a lot of deception, and it's fun to see like how things play out like as the plot progresses. Um, but for me, yeah, I have to go with Three Evil Masters because I felt like um that movie had a bit more heart to it, on at least on two levels. One being the underdog story for Yun Tak's character. I always I can't get enough of seeing a character who gets mistreated for like a good portion of the movie finally getting their get back. I just personally find that really satisfying, and I think there's a bit of a relatable um connection for me with it too, because like his character, he was constantly getting like harassed in school, and I had my fair share of bullies growing up in schools, um but yeah, seeing him like gradually push past them and surpass them, not just in skill but in wit, like it's really fun seeing him progress and evolve as the
Okay.
movie progresses.
Okay.
The second part of what I meant by that heart comment is the fact that the bond between him and Chen Quan Tai's character
Mhm.
is just it's really nice to see. Um to just see them grow closer as friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And also that teacher-student bond.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that.
Okay.
And like seeing how Yun Tak's character learns from him as the movie progresses, even after the halfway point. It's really awesome to see his progress, like with his technique, his skill, and even seeing him do like certain homages to him with his technique,
Yeah. Yeah,
during certain
he was
fights.
copying them exactly.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
like what Tony was saying with that intro at the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's
Because I don't want to talk over my man Sifu because he started us off and then we kind of cut him
No,
off.
you guys are good. You know what's great is that especially DK, you bringing up, and Tony, you guys bringing up the intro to the Master and bringing back memories for me. But that being said, I'm like, I do remember that intro being like off the chain.
Mhm.
But the way I kind of rate movies, and I've like talked to OG and offline a lot, the rewatchability for me, when I go to like certain movies and I want to grab one and like say, hey, I'm in the mood for a kung fu movie, as much as The Master is really good, it's got its points. Five Deadly Venoms is like just the go-to. I'll grab that like maybe twice a year to rewatch it. If it flies on TV, I gotta watch, at least watch a couple of the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, the centipede,
Yeah.
the snake, it's like all the characters just and you listen, it's one of those that's just embedded in kung fu culture.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those movies you came up on. And back in the day when we used to have the Saturday kung fu theater, where they would show you two kung fu movies back to back on TV. Nine times out of 10 it'd be a Shaw Brothers, and then once in a while you see Five Deadly Venoms pop up. I'm gonna watch the Venoms.
Right.
So, you know, unfortunately for me, my pick on this one's a little more biased. It's just, again, for that rewatchability and the quality of the movie. The Five Deadly Venoms just has it all as far as just story and the martial arts.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Master, I lean a little bit more on the martial arts side, but I wasn't in love with the story as much.
Gotcha.
And again, it's been a minute since I've seen it, but when Tony talked about the intro, it's like, oh yeah, that's the movie. I do remember that.
Yeah, the intro was amazing. I still consider it one of the top best intros ever.
Okay. Yeah. They were definitely caught off guard when he said, "I'm gonna cut off your arms."
Yeah.
And they were like, they're like, "Wait, we're the bad guys. We do all the threatening. He's threatening us." I love that. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm just basing this off of the discussion and based off of what we're seeing in the chat. It looks to me like me and Sifu are going with Venoms, and Tony and DK are going with the Master. So that's like a tie, right?
Okay.
No, I'm going with the Venoms.
Oh, you are going with Five Deadly Venoms?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's what I said. I said I watch it once a week. That as much as I love the Master, I'm going to go with the Venoms for
Okay,
sure.
I got you. Okay.
Right.
It kind of seems like that's the consensus as well in the chat.
We still have all of the comments to address.
No, I was bringing them up on the screen. You can't see it, but I was bringing them up on the screen because this will be a 12-hour show if I did that.
Real quick though, just since you brought it up, if we do have a tie between us, do we let the audience be the tiebreakers? Is that how you work?
Exactly. But it looks like it just judging off of what I put up on the screen with all of because I'm putting the comments up on the screen. You can't see it from here, but over here, just based off of the consensus that was coming from the comments in the chat and what we said, it looks like for this round, Five Deadly Venoms is a winner. So you're gonna place that?
Yeah, I put it in.
Okay, Quasi, you're the expert. Let me ask you a quick question.
Okay.
Because whenever I bring up a comment, it covers your face, and I don't want that. Is there a way for me to move you over to the right, and then so that way this thing is like in the middle or something, or that can't be done?
Yeah, I'm not sure to be honest with you. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I don't want the comments to cover up your face. That's why.
No, I got you, but you know.
How also, like, if someone is speaking, how do I make them the spotlight?
So if you right click on our boxes, you'll see those 3 little dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hit solo, and if you want, that person can come up. The speaker can come up as the one who's talking can come up soloed out.
That's not happening.
Oh, there's no.
There's 3 dots, but it's not saying solo.
Now he's gone.
Oh shit! There you go.
Hold on.
I see edit name, edit mic settings, kick from studio, ban from studio.
Yeah, that's usually how I do it. Like I'll click on the my guests box, and the 3 little dots will come up, and from there I can do solo.
Oh, de Blasio's in the building. Hold on.
Mhm.
Dan.
How you guys hear me? Am I sounding good?
Sound good, baby. What's up, man?
I'm on my cell phone. You know what? I had to come on here because I love y'all. I love these movies, and I had to be a part of this.
Oh, thank you.
I could
so
not
much.
be without being this part of this group because
Oh,
I love
man.
OG. I love everything about everything in this organization. All you all as a family, so I had to be a part of it.
Man, thank you.
Thanks,
man.
Dan. It's a pleasure to see you again, buddy.
It's a pleasure to be with y'all. It's my pleasure's all mine.
You, man. This is my Italian friend. This is my guy right here.
But to piggyback on what y'all were saying, I mean,
Yes.
I love The Master. It is a superior film in my book because of the choreography, the story, everything that goes along with it. The stars are in it. You got one of the seven little fortunes playing the lead after Chen Quan Tai goes down.
Yep.
So, but the significance of the overall global impact of the Venoms, you cannot deny the Venoms of the global impact it has.
Facts.
So being on that, I can't be biased. I like The Master better, but I gotta go with the Venoms because that's where all of our heart is. That's what we know is coming up. Like you said, in McVickers. I remember watching that VHS back in the day and saying, "What is this 5 Deadly Venoms?" and seeing all the masks and I've been hooked ever since. So to me, it is definitely 5 Deadly Venoms.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Sweet. Well said, my friend. Okay.
Yeah, I was telling OG and that a buddy of mine, Rahana, he's an actor. He's watching us live now. He picked the 5 Deadly Venoms to win the whole tournament. Just saying.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, we got a long way to go. Speaking of which, let's move on to our next our next round. Let's see what's up. Here we go. Next round, we got Challenge of Death versus Shaolin versus Llama. Can I start this one off real quick?
Sure.
I'm gonna say something right off the bat. All right. Challenge of Death is another movie that has a special place in my heart. Not because the movie is so great, but because this was one of the first movies that turned me on to what I call Red Room openers. So Red Room openers for me are the Kung Fu movies that they always start in a room that's got either red background, black background, blue background, and they kind of demonstrate the style that are going to be featured in the movie. And this movie, you've got Dong Wan Tao, who does a snake style. And he does an okay snake style. And then now that I actually am a practitioner of martial arts, I find it funny because you've got help me. Why his name just jump out of my head? Kicker.
Oh,
You talking about this movie, Tan Tao Lang?
yeah.
Thank you, Tan Tao Liang, Flash Legs, Mr. Flash Legs, doing a fake dragon style. That is not dragon style, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch him do the form in the opening of that movie, that is not dragon style. I promise you. I've seen dragon style. I know some dragon style practitioners. It looks nothing like that. So it's hilarious. But they tried to make something for him, and then you, and then you've got Li Shang or Shang Li, Yi Shang, doing his version of Spider-Man, which is just absolutely hilarious, right? But to me, this is hands down Shaolin versus Llama, and I'm just going to tell you why. I just started my first Instagram ever about 3 weeks ago. I started my Instagram with this video. I took a clip from this video and put it on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
It has 1.5 million views in 3 weeks. 1.5 million views on my Instagram page. And I went from 50 followers on Instagram to I think I'm about to be 15,000.
Yeah.
That's
You're
awesome.
talking about from a clip from this movie?
Yes, the one where he goes, allow me.
Wait. Yeah, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate badass scene, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's the ultimate badass scene.
I use the best scene.
That's the best scene.
And people love it. If I was to open my phone right now, people still talking about it. That scene is iconic. Also in music, the Wu-Tang, they got famous off that clip, right?
They probably
one of
sampled
many.
that.
One of many.
Man, how many times they sample that
Right.
just that alone, but
Right.
of the thousands of movies they sampled, just that's crazy.
Exactly. So for me, this one is a no-brainer. Just for me, Shaolin versus Llama. What do you guys think?
I think I hands down, it's not even close. Shaolin versus Lama. I watched that film many times, and like you said, that scene is one of the most popular scenes. It's just the skill that he has. What's the name of the guy that does the shadow boxing?
Yeah, I'm not sure of his name, but yeah, that's the dude that's right there on the cover. Yeah, he's amazing.
He's an awesome martial artist.
Eagle Han.
That's who it
Eagle
is. Yep,
Han.
that's who it is. Mhm.
Yep.
What do you think, Quasi?
Yeah, I was about to say, funny thing to bringing up this movie because what's his name again? One more time, OG at the lead actor.
Eagle Han. No, he's not the lead actor.
No, lead
He's the
actor is
antagonist.
Alexander Lorray.
Alexander
I'm sorry.
Lorray is the hero.
Right, but my guy on the cover.
That's
We
Eagle
were-
Han right there.
Yeah, okay.
Eagle
so-
Han.
Yeah, I was trying to put together. Well, I wasn't, but a good friend of mine. She was trying to put together an actual event with him that fell through in New York. So this movie, yeah, hands down, I've seen Llama a bunch of times, and of course, it's one of those things. Challenge of Death, seen him like once or twice. It never like truly like hit me like that. But Shaolin versus Llama, again, another one in the kung fu culture that's just sticks. And probably like biased like OG Ann here because of Wu-Tang, because I grew up on a lot of New York rap because I'm originally from New York. Like so many of those, all those ad libs and all those like all those lines and stuff are just embedded in my head. And not to mention the martial arts is just cracking. It just I love it.
My
I love
God.
it. Those
Yeah,
fights.
even the guru agrees with you about the one-liners because
Oh
you're
my
the master. You strike the first blow.
Yeah, that's right.
I like that.
Even if you don't know from the movie, you know it from probably listening to the Wu-Tang Clan, the music. You're like, some of that stuff is just so iconic. Yeah. So for me, it's Shaolin versus Llama.
I mean, no offense to Lone Wolf and Cub, because I don't know, are y'all the ones that came up with this list, or was this like a group effort?
No, sir. So
No.
like we said, for about a month, we ran polls. We ran polls on our channel. Every single day. We were running multiple polls, and lots of people, hundreds of people were voting. We put the movies out, and people voted, and this is the list we came up with. That's why I put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. Don't blame us. We didn't pick this. The subscribers did.
Now, for me, I'm going to be biased to Shaolin versus Llama, of course, but I would not pair that against Challenge of Death, because when it comes to Flash Legs and Don Wang Tao or Don Wang, whatever name you want to call him, to me, that's not the superior film. I would put Secret Rivals or The Haku and the Vicious above that for me.
Hey,
But
I got
based
you.
on this,
I
based
got you
on
there.
this list, I would say Shaolin versus Llama because of the iconic
Yeah.
scene and because of everything else that this movie's had
No,
over
I
the
got
years. And from what I see in all these kung fu forums,
you.
this is
Mhm.
one of the number one films that people are requesting to get remastered and put in HD high quality.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
Oh man, I've
I
been
mean,
waiting
there's
for that
a
for a long
decent
time.
print on.
You know what?
There's a
No-
decent high, like I think there's a widescreen print that's out there that I've seen that's
Mhm.
decent,
Mhm.
but I think it's got burnt in subs, and I think it might not be anamorphic either. But
Mhm.
you got to go with Shaolin versus Llama,
But here's
100%.
but here's the thing. Just like in a regular basketball tournament, sometimes David has to fight Goliath.
Pretty much,
That's just the realness of it. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
sometimes David wins. You know, so it's up to you guys. You guys are the voters. It's you guys. It's our chat. You guys tell me. Is everybody cool with us moving on and voting on this one?
Shaolin versus Lama for me. I'm good with going forward.
I think it's a consensus.
I think we're unanimous.
So De Blasio said Shaolin versus Llama. Tony, same thing. Quasi, same thing. And then
Right, and then the
Pick,
chat.
right?
It looks like the chat again. Looks like the chat. I see Caesar's in the building. What's up, Caesar? Caesar says, "Oh, he didn't put a vote, but yeah, it looks.
Yeah, he said Shaolin versus Lama.
Okay, so it looks like Shaolin versus Llama. Okay, Michael Richardson says Shaolin versus Llama. Oh yeah, okay, we good. All right. So then, can you put that one down?
yeah,
All right, we marking Shaolin versus Llama as the winner of that round. All right, we moving on. You good, Quasi?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. I can't wait till we get. All right, here we go. Next round. Mystery of chess boxing versus secret.
Oh man.
Why are you doing this to us? Why are you doing this to us? Man.
Let's go.
Listen, OG, I can tell you this. Secret Rivals is such a fantastic film. That's one of my favorite films, but
Yeah.
nothing beats, it's hard to be Ghostface Killer, man. It's hard to be Ghostface Killer. And we spoke about this the other day, and I told you when it comes to him confronting each one of his enemies, he throws that plaque. Even before they can say a word, he's attacking them. He's aggressive. And he's aggressive throughout, and he talks crap while he's fighting, in the middle of fighting, and you have no chance. This and that. This is just such great stuff. And not to knock the Secret Rivals, but that's just my opinion. Let's see what everyone else has to say.
Tony, the fact that Ghostface feels the need to flex first for like a good 2 to 5
Yeah,
minutes
it's
before
awesome.
the fight even starts. That's what makes him one of the best villains in martial arts, period. You know my
Yeah.
style? 5 elements?
Yeah.
Which one do you think I'm gonna use? Gold technique.
I warned you, you had no chance.
What you guys got? What you got, Quasi?
Yeah, Secret Rivals is again one of those I haven't seen as much. Mystery of chess boxing. Yeah, the Ghostface obviously just phenomenal in there. The martial arts, I lean a little more, and it might surprise you guys, a little more on the martial arts side for Secret Rivals than I do Mr. Chess Boxing. But that, again, that iconic, opening and that iconic Ghostface Killer, and basically that's where Wu-Tang Clan got the name. So again, it's just coming up with all these martial arts movies when I was a child. It just that one is real special. I do like that movie a lot.
What you got, D? What you got, Dan?
You know what? This is a rough one because I say, for me personally, this could be the top 2 in my list.
Wow.
But for me, I love Mystery of Chess Boxing. I love it. But Secret Rivals has had that tonal shift in choreography in 1976. Because before that, you had the Punch and Block and you had the Basher films.
Okay.
When this film came out, I think there was Eng Soo Yen and the Yang Clan were behind this. The choreography was on a different level. The kicks, the punches, everything was so quick. And remember, you got John Liu and Huang Zhang Li, both kicking experts, just amazing kickers. So
yeah,
for me personally, I gotta go Secret Rivals because how much I love it. Nothing against Mystery Chess Boxing and Wu-Tang and all the everything, how it's because that's a straight up hood movie for real. I mean, that's a hood movie to heart. You take that movie, you take the movie to any movie theater back in the day, it broke down walls, people went nuts. I understand, but for me, it's Secret Rivals hands down.
Got you. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You almost swaying me, right? And I'm gonna say this real quick. Mystery Chess Boxing for the significance of what it brought, meaning again, this movie is the movie that introduced us to the Wu-Tang Clan. Right? Yeah. It is the amalgamation and the cross the crossing of 2 genres, and bringing the significance that this movie has, particularly to the African American community. It bears noting. So I have to speak to that, but I have a problem with the movie. My problem is stop motion fighting. I hate it.
Wait, you're talking about the jump cuts?
Jump cuts. I can't.
Yeah, those jump cuts are weird because they just remastered it.
I can't.
It came out, I think, on it was on one of the UK labels, and I guess they had gotten a good print, but the jump cuts were still there.
Right.
What do you mean by a jump cut?
When you watch the film, put it on. When he's on the chessboard, he's flipping.
Like when they do,
it's like a half a second is missing off some of the footage. It's like it's cut.
They do this.
So you really pay attention to it. It's kind of strange, but it takes away the fluidity. It takes away the fluidity of the choreography.
Yeah,
Tony, a little bit. So I forgot to mention that, OG. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Hold on 1 second. Let me tell Tony something. Tony, if you want to see a good example of what it is we're talking about, watch the movie Leg Fighters. Right?
Okay.
And watch the scene where Tan Tao Liang's character is fighting. There's a guy, he has all white hair and he has really good breath control. He's got like the iron body and he's kicking him. and it's like pause, pause. It's terrible, and it is one of my pet peeves when it comes to martial art movies. I hate jump cuts. I hate it with a passion, and
kind of like the delay with the sound effects too.
Yeah. And the problem with Mystery of Chess Boxing is there's a lot of that happening, and I'm not even sure I understand why, because
mainly towards the end.
Li Yiming is an accomplished fighter and an acrobat. Mark Long is an accomplished. All three of them, all of them are. And so I'm disturbed by it. I don't know what the choice was behind it, but I hate it. And to me, it almost makes it lose a point. So I'm gonna do something that I probably wouldn't normally do, because Dan kind of got me off of it. I am going to give this one to Secret Rivals. It's rare that you get two top tier kickers in the same movie. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Secret Rivals for my vote.
And just to piggyback on what you said, OG, it's crazy, because if you watch, if I'm not mistaken, I think the same team was on the 7 Grandmasters as well, and that has no problems with those jump cuts. So I don't know if it was because of the studio, because of the low budget, because that kind of has, like, if you look at that movie, it might have been filmed like maybe Korea or South Korea or something, or Taiwan or something, like, because maybe it might have been a lower budget. Maybe that was the issue. They didn't have the cameras or I don't know, but 7 Grandmasters is superior as far as the choreography, the fluidity, everything. So that's pretty much the same team, the same people. So that's what's kind of weird. So yeah, that was my 2 cents on that.
It's bizarre. So where we at? Where's your vote again? Just so we can recap the votes.
Mystery of Chess Boxing for me.
Mystery.
Secret Rivals.
All right, you got one for Secret Rivals. You got me for Secret Rivals. All right, in the chat we got Zakatao. It's okay to change. Oh, okay. So we got Michael Richardson said, oh, he's on a different topic. All right, let's see. H Rich says Mystery. What's up, H? On the Wire Creative Media said Mystery of Chess Boxing.
That's my boy Ron.
Oh, that's your guy?
Yep, hey, that's my boy Ron.
Welcome to the channel, bro.
Glad to have you here.
Glad to have you. Let's see where we going. Let's see. All right. The Guru says that his vote is for Secret Rivals. Where we at now? 3-3. Where we at?
Yeah, I'll be a tiebreaker.
No. You still got wait. We still got more
votes.
Hold on, I think. No, they're off of it. So yeah, we got 3-3. What we got? So it's just you.
Yeah. So
break the tie.
I'm going with Mr. Chess Boxing. See,
you go, my man Dan with the master plan.
The reason why I say that is because as cool as Secret Rivals is, I feel like Death Duel of Kung Fu does everything it does but better.
Wow. Okay.
And minus Huang Zhang Li. I mean, Huang Zhang Li as a villain, once he shows up, that's a nice tone shift. But yeah, I felt like the rivalry was done better. It played more to their strengths of like Don Wong Tao being the headstrong straight man versus John Liu's like cocky arrogance and like his confidence.
He was cocky.
So I felt like that was a better film. My favorite of the Secret Rivals trilogy is 3.
The 3. I knew you were gonna say.
Yeah.
That.
So
all right, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's my tiebreaker.
Okay. So there you have it. There you have it, people. Mystery of Chess Boxing wins. On to the next round. You got to keep it moving. All right. Here we go. Next round. Return of the Dragon, aka Way of the Dragon, versus Jackie Chan's Drunken Master. I'm not going first. I'll let somebody else go.
Okay, so this is just wrong because Jackie versus Bruce. Anyway, I knew y'all were gonna do one of these. Here's a quick story for y'all because I'm a huge Jackie fan, Chan, as most of you guys probably are. I met him one time. I actually had a copy of Drunken Master the day he was coming. I knew he was coming. I forgot to put it in my bag because I wanted him to sign it so bad, but it didn't happen. So anyway, Bruce, I talked to OG a lot offline about Way of the Dragon, the way I feel about this movie. unpopular opinion, Enter the Dragon is not my favorite Bruce Lee movie. My favorite is actually Way of the Dragon, mainly because Bruce directed this one. I think the quality of the martial arts is just the quality of the fights are better to me, even cinematography wise, than Enter the Dragon. I'll just say that. Drunken Master, though, is that super classic the first time. And by the way, since I'm a Kung Fu practitioner at heart, my foundation, one of the forms when I was like coming up and getting towards like the higher levels, I had to learn our drunken form in my system. And that's one of the challenging forms to learn that most people tell you, just the stamina, the acrobatics, all that stuff. So every time I see drunken Kung Fu on screen, I'm automatically just dialed in a little bit more. But this one's a tough pick for me, guys, because just damn, I love Way of the Dragon so much. It's like one of my top 5 movies. It tears a little bit more on Way of the Dragon than Drunken Master for me. But since we got to make a choice, I'm gonna give it to Way of the Dragon.
Okay.
Little caveat that damn Drunken Master. Now listen, here's the deal. If this was Drunken Master 2 versus Way of the Dragon, Drunken Master 2 is getting my nod. But since this is the OG one, I think Bruce is gonna get the nod on this.
Okay.
Just for me.
Tony, what you got?
Me? I'm a little different than most people, simply because the very first film I ever watched in a theater in Times Square, when they used to play them back in the days all the time, it's Snake and the Eagle Shadow. Okay. And when I started watching these animal style films and started getting into it, remember when I used to go to 42nd Street, I used to go every Friday, and they used to give 3 films in 3 different theaters every Friday. They would change the films. So it was, I would get there at 9 a.m. and I would leave there at 9 p.m. after watching 9 films every Friday.
Okay.
So I got so used to that style of Kung Fu that when I finally did see a Bruce Lee movie, although I know was more into real fighting and he's considered the greatest ever, which I believe he is, I just seem to love the fluidity of the styles from other martial artists than I did from his. That's just my opinion. So for that reason, I'm going to pick Drunken Master.
Pause. Time out. Hold up. We got a comment from H. Rich who says that Bruce Lee was limited.
In what way?
Trying to kick you off the screen.
In what way? How is he limited? That's what I want to know. How is he limited?
Limited in only
you talking about,
5 films? Is that what he's meaning, or is he limited in skill?
He was limited because he passed away at 30 years old. I mean,
you mean limited actor? That's got to be what you mean, because I know you ain't talking about his fighting prowess. You can't be. Oh my God, H. Rich. But H. Rich won't get on the camera, so I ain't give you no more screen time for that one, bro. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
You gotta get what does he mean?
Yeah, I would love to know what you meant by that. Please go into that.
He did put earlier that he prefers Drunken Master.
Bro, quit playing with me, man. Yo, you crazy. All right. Let me say mine real quick before Dan, I let you go. Drunken Master obviously is a classic. It has, again, it for what it is. But for me, it's not even my favorite Jackie Chan early 70s movie. That's not my favorite of those movies. Snake and the Eagle Shadow, for me, is my favorite. And I really dig Fearless Hyena. I like, for me, this movie spends a lot of time before we get to the drunken kung fu of it all. It takes a long time to get there, right? And once he gets there, the training is incredible. The training sequences are great. The entire sequence, the 8-minute sequence, dance of the drunken fairies or whatever it's called, the 8 drunken gods, that is spectacular, right? And I have even people on my channel trying to imitate that fight. I've even done it with my cartoon. I tried to do it with one of my cartoons. I tried to imitate the entire sequence. It's very difficult. That being said, gotta go with Bruce. Sorry. Gotta go with Bruce. The epic fight. You know how many fights are in that movie? That movie is ladled with fights. Now, if you're saying, if H. Rich is implying that Bruce Lee was limited as an actor, I don't want to curse on my stream, but it doesn't fucking matter. You know why? Because he gave you at least 5 fights. 5. That's fantastic in a movie. All right.
And not to interrupt you, but actually Bruce Lee, people forget Bruce Lee was acting at a very young age and then came back into the martial arts films later. So he actually had acting skills. So I would argue even that point that
Yeah, I don't know what I hope he tells us what he means by limited, but I'm telling you that movie is spectacular. It is spectacular. And again, that's what you want. When you want a fight in the end, most times in typical kung fu movies, you're thinking, okay, the younger guy is outmatched by the older guy who has more experience. He's got the gray hair and he's been fighting longer. Normally, the hero character trains for 3 days and then he's mastered the snake style or whatever, and then he goes and he kills the baddie. In this, we're talking about two people in their prime, and giving you the best they got. And yes, I know it's Bruce Lee's movie, and in the end, he whooped Chuck Norris's ass. But what an epic fight! I love that movie, man. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta give Way of the Dragon. I gotta give it the nod over Drunken Master. Who hasn't spoken yet? Dan, it's on you.
Okay, let me give you my quick synopsis. You got Bruce Lee, you got Jackie Chan, you got the King of Kung Fu, you got the King of Kung Fu comedy. When Bruce Lee died, they had all the Bruce Lee clones. They had people trying to, bring who's the next Bruce Lee.
Facts.
Raymond Chow came along, with Bruce. He didn't find Jackie, but he fine-tuned Jackie. And when he got with, Golden Harvest, then he pretty much became who he is today.
Right.
Drunken Master has Sam Seed. It has Roy Haran. It has Wang Jun Lee. It's got great, great stuff, but there's no comparison. You got the Coliseum fight. You got Chuck Norris. You got Wang In-Sik. You got Bob Wall.
Yep.
You got the first man who ever put non-Asians in a martial arts movie in Italy, overseas. That was unheard of. The fact that he had so much power and so much pull to do what he wanted and bring that to Europe, bring it to Italy, wherever they filmed it at, with the Coliseum, with the significance it had, with how it came. And yeah, to me, you really can't put anything over Bruce for me. I'm sorry. I'm just biased. And as you can see, let me show y'all. I got my little shrine here. If you guys can see that, you see that?
Nice.
So, you really can't, there's no question. So, you know who my vote goes to.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty cool, Ben.
Speaking of which,
Nice.
let me just say real quick. Normally, in DK's spot, you will see a life-size bust of Bruce Lee. Here. Some of you may or may not know that when I got home from the hospital, I was feeling still a little bit woozy, and I bumped into him and tipped him over, and he smashed into it.
I'm so sorry, bro. That had to be heartbreaking. I feel your pain. I feel your pain, bro.
Yeah, it was devastating.
Man.
$5,000 statue. A lot of people didn't want to touch it, and shout out to my man Oscar at Restorations, who they have taken on the challenge. They picked it up on Friday, and they're very confident that they can restore it back. And
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and they're going to be sending us pictures as they progress. It's going to be a 1-month project, and they're going to fortify the shoulder, which was in the build, it was hollow, which was why it made it so easy for the shoulder to break off, because it was hollow. And so they're going to refortify that shoulder, and they're going to fill it with a filler so that it doesn't break again. So I'm very confident with them. And then we're talking about doing a project where we're going to be taking some of my drawings, some of my cartoons and caricatures, and we're going to be working on transforming that into a doll line.
Oh wow, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, which will be miniature statues. I didn't mean to do a plug, but it's just it's a great company, and I'm really excited to be working with them, and I can't wait to get Bruce back. And so that's all. Just a quick little update for you all. I think.
Nice, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I think just based off what I've seen in the chat, it looks like Hazuo. I am just giving my opinion. Oh no. Hey man, we still love you, H. You all good? You good? We appreciate you.
Oh, because it was SD and Haswo who they were saying what they thought H Rich meant, and then he clarified.
H Rich is talking about he couldn't do the shape choreography because of his chronic back injury. You talking about Bruce?
Yeah.
And Bruce Lee was limited. Oh, you mean he was physically limited by his chronic back injury? I think that's what that's what he meant. That's the crazy part about texting. I'm sure all of you who have women can relate to this, where they text something and you take it out of context because you don't know what they meant when they said it on the text. You're like, man, just call me and just tell me what's up. I ain't understanding all this. I don't think H Rich, man, we love you, man. We know you don't mean no harm, bro. Your opinion is value. H Rich is my man. I call him the encyclopedia of kung fu. So he's just giving his opinion. We still got love for you here, babe. I just want to let you know that hey, welcome to the stream, Bernard. I think that we have a consensus, though. I think that for the most part, everybody's going with Bruce Lee. We good with that?
Yeah.
Everybody cool with that one?
If I could throw in my 2 cents
Quickly.
I'd prefer Way of the Dragon, not just in terms of like the fighting, but also because I like the contrast between Bruce's portrayal of somebody who's like a fish out of water, who's like very naive coming into a foreign country.
Nicely done.
And then the wisdom and his like firm way of handling things when it comes to like protecting people.
Yeah.
So I really like the contrast between those two stances he took.
Nice. Good job, son. I like that. I like the fish out of water. That's right.
Mhm.
All right. Good job. All right. So we're going to give that one to Bruce then. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Here we go. Next round. Here we go. Legendary Weapons of China versus
Oh, God.
Six Chamber Shaolin.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Well,
This is one tough draw.
yeah, they're both well, hey, look, Gordon Liu's in both movies, but Gordon Liu's not the lead in Legendary, right? That's a Lau Kar Leung movie, right? So that's how I'm gonna do it in my mind, because I know that Gordon Liu is in it, but he's more like a cameo. That's how I'm gonna look at that, right? Or he's like a feature. He just comes and goes, right? All right, so damn. All right, listen. All right. 36 Chamber Shaolin is the quintessential training movie. So anything that has to do with training, this is the go-to movie, right? This is the movie that basically showed us the training of Shaolin ain't no joke. Right now, yes, there are other movies that came before, right? There are a ton of like Fu Shang movies, Five Shaolin Masters, and all those movies that came before that did show the training, but not to the extent that 36 Chamber Shaolin did. And everything from hand-eye coordination to proper stance to the mantra and the belief of technique, to weapons, forms, hand-to-hand combat, developing wrist strength, balance, all of it compiled into this one movie, right? A movie that spends normally in a traditional kung fu movie, the training sequence is 5 minutes, right? Like I said, the student goes off, he gets the secret manual, he goes and trains for 5 minutes, he comes back and he's a master, right? This movie, dare I say, 65% of this movie is training, right? And it is phenomenal. And it also did something that I really appreciated. He didn't win right away. So when Li Hoi Sang told him, hey, if you want to get here, you want to get to this level, you got to beat me. And then he lost. And then he went back and reimagined, okay, I'm going to try this weapon. Came back, fought him, lost again, right? Until he finally developed, I believe was it 3-section staff?
Three-section pole, baby.
Three-section pole, yeah.
Three-section pole.
And that's,
Some
Oh my-
fighting sticks he made himself.
yeah, some fighting six he made himself. That's fantastic. Hey, shout out to Sifu Kwanzi too. He has a video. If you guys want, go to his channel and check him out. He does a demonstration. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got
Does a
a
demonstration of the 3-section pole. It's phenomenal. So
my
please subscribe to my man's channel. Go check that out because he does a He does it. Looks like he does it in his backyard or something, and it's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Please go check that out so you can see my man do his thing. All right. But for that reason, however, this is killing me to say this. I find the fight cadence. This is pre. They sped up the cadence later in a lot of Shaw Brothers movies. The fight cadence moved up a notch in speed. The fight cadence in 36 Chamber Shaolin is a tad slow for my taste. I like a little bit sped up, and I know they did a lot of tricks with the cameras, and I know they did a lot of speeding up of the cameras. However, something about I'm a kid who grew up loving like magic and wizardry. I used to watch Dungeons and Dragons on TV, cartoons, stuff like that. I love all that stuff, and even I think we're gonna get there eventually. I don't want to preclude, but Heroes East. I love magic, ninjutsu. I like all those tricks and trickerations and stuff. And there is so much of that in Legendary Weapons of China. Nope, I changed my mind. I'm going with 36. And sorry, guys. The reason why I'm going with 36, to me, Legendary Weapons of China is an almost perfect movie. The part of the movie that I don't like is Alexander Fushang's part.
Fushang. I was gonna say that too.
Sticking him in the movie, and all that comedy, it took away. It's like a shift change and a mood change that I don't think was necessary. And it kind of, you're like, oh, I hope this part. Let's get through this part. Let's go. So for that, I'm gonna give it to 36 Chamber. My bad.
Hatred says OG Legendary has Lau Kar-Long and Kara Hui.
That's a good point. Maybe. Those of you that don't know, I used to date her back in the day.
Yeah, I saw the Legendary Kiss. Forget about Legendary Weapons. I saw the Legendary Kiss with you and her.
It was a legendary kiss. We kissed in the restaurant in California. Very special. I'll show you guys the video. I'll show it to you at the end of this.
Well, do you remember when I said earlier about how iconic Five Deadly Venoms was? Because the same thing happened with 36 Chambers. Everyone knows who 36 Chambers is. And like you said, the training sequences are special. I think it really, really makes you realize just how hard you have to train to get to a certain level. And they always say, difference between, in my profession, we have a saying where the difference between a very good player and a great player is a very good player practices until they get something right, but a great player practices something until they never get it wrong. And I think this film, it really, really highlights that. But also the fact that his family was killed and that he determined and lost his friend on the way there to be able to get, and he still fought with the monks when they wouldn't take him in. And he persevered and he did it. They didn't want him killing. The fact that he went back and was able to beat Wilson Tong after Wilson Tong recognized him 7 years later, that's unbelievable for me. I really, really feel that this is not only iconic, but it's one of Gordon Liu's best performances. And again, it was, like I said, it was viewed all over the world. It's a global movie. And for that reason, I'm going to pick 36 Chambers over Legendary Weapons.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, nice. We adding another panelist to the building. My man BG Bernard Green in the building.
Bernard Green, what's up, man?
Hey, fellas, what's going on?
What's good, bro?
Ain't nothing. Same
welcome
old.
to the channel. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you.
Anytime.
Hey, you want to chime in real quick? What you got? Legendary Weapons or 36 Chamber?
I'm going with 36 Chambers. I like them both, but 36 Chambers for me because of the training sequence.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Who hasn't spoken up yet? Dan, what you got on it?
I mean, you got legendary weapons of kung fu, and you got Master Killer. All right, you got Master Killer.
Right.
You got the best fighting scene in Legendary Weapons is the Gordon Liu fight.
I love
that. Gordon Liu fight is off the chain.
Yeah, I love that.
I love it. I love the sound effects in that movie. I love the English dub. Uncle you. All this stuff just brings back memories to me. But
yeah,
come on, man.
I love the ear. I love the attack on his ears.
Oh
When
yeah,
it-
with
he
that
was-
ding 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 ding. The sound effects are off the chain. But
Yeah,
you got Master Killer, bro. Come on, you got Master Killer. What more can I say? You got
Dang.
Master Killer. There's no comparison. It's not a fair to pick one or the other, but you got to go with 36 Chambers because of the significance of it, because of the historical significance. Not only is that thought of as the best martial arts movie, one of the greatest films ever made in general, just the way it's filmed, the way everything. I do agree with OG though. The choreography is not really on par with Legendary. Because remember, 36 Chambers is 78. Legendary Weapons is what, like 81, 82-ish. So their choreography is a little bit more polished. But come on, man, it's Master Killer. You know who my vote is.
Okay. So you going with Legendary?
Yes, no, I'm going Master
So you
Killer.
going 36?
36.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Okay, Quasi.
So
What you got?
So when you guys started the discussion off, you talked about the 3-section staff, which is in both movies. The training sequence. Santee, the character, is loosely based off of the general or bodyguard that created the 3-section staff, and the whole thing kind of went where he had a staff to protect whoever he was protecting and broke part of his staff. So then in the heat of the moment, like we kind of did it up and then started using it as a 3-directional thing. So that being said, both movies, any movie with the 3-sectional staff in it, any movie with drunken kung fu in it, I'm all in. And I
Okay.
get real nerdy about this. So here's what I'll say. The comedy does throw me off in Legendary Weapons of China, but the movie's fights just is so dope. Especially the last fight, and I'll get super nerdy. I think it's Garlong's character traps the one dude's sword with the 3-sectional. That's one of the best freaking uses of a 3-sectional staff I've ever seen in a movie, outside of like when Jet Li also did that in Fearless.
Mhm.
So that's just dope on its own. The pacing though for 36 Chamber does it makes you pause because it's all about the training and all about this is the movie that really truly like this and Last Dragon for me were like, this is when I knew I wanted to train in kung fu over karate or over other styles, not knocking those. It was a 36 Chamber movie. This is like the epitome of martial arts films. It's like, again, in my top 5, probably 1 or 2. We'll flip back and forth with another pick. I got to give the edge to 36, even though I'm fighting more and the fight scenes more in Legendary Weapons of China.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Tony,
Without-
Tony, did you get a chance to speak?
Yeah, I did. I picked 36 Chambers.
Okay. All right. Quickly, DK.
I'm going with 36 Chambers as much as I like Legendary Weapons. I would say that 36 Chambers has the added edge of also working as part of a duology, because if you watch Return of the 36 Chambers, you see that the guy who's playing Santee is not Gordon Liu, but I personally felt like he was emulating Gordon Liu's performance at the end of the 36 Chambers of Shaolin, and he really rocked that. So I feel like those two movies work really well together. On their own, though, yeah, I'm gonna say 36 Chambers over Legendary Weapon.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
All right. So again, I think we have a consensus. I believe, unless anyone disagrees, I think 36 Chamber moves on. Yes. Everybody pretty good with that one?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, DG, I'm gonna mute you a little bit because we picking up some feedback on your mic. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna mute you when you're not saying anything. All right.
You got it, buddy.
All right, bro. All right. Here we go. Next round. Here we go. We getting there. We getting somewhere. I'm excited. Here we go. Next round. Fatal Needle, Fatal Fist versus Eagle's Claw. Man, I'm not gonna even talk, man. Y'all go ahead. Y'all talk. Let me get something to drink. Y'all go ahead. Y'all hash that out.
I know that Fatal Needles, Fatal Fist is OGN's favorite movie. I tease him about that because I told him that I actually love this film. I love the fact that Dam Wang Tao was picked on when he decided to stop fighting after his partner died, Lo Lei, in the beginning of the film. And the way he came back when he saw that his friends, I believe they stabbed his hand, his hand, right? That's correct. His good friend's hand, the only one that believed in him.
Right.
Thanks.
It's a good film. It's a good film. But I think Eagle's Claw had kind of like a better plot The fact that what was the name of the guy that was a traitor in the Eagles Claw that he went to the other side? DK. He just did a film video of the top 5. Chi Kwan Chan.
Yeah,
Chi Kwan Chan.
he was trying to infiltrate.
Right, he was trying to infiltrate. It's tough for me to pick because I love both of them. But if I had to pick one, I would definitely pick OG Ant's favorite film of all time, Fatal Needles versus Fatal Fist. Yeah.
Tony knows how much I hate this movie, bro. Hey, incidentally, one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite films too. I'm like, man,
Does he love it?
he loves
Apparently,
it.
yeah.
He loves
Really?
it. On our next live stream, we're gonna do a breakdown of his podcast where he talks about that episode.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
do a breakdown of that episode on their podcast. So yeah.
What specifically he loves. I'll just jump in because I'm going to be biased on this because number one, I'm a Northern Eagle Claw practitioner. So anything with Eagle Claw
Ooh.
Gotcha.
is what it is. But
I'm a Mantis student. Sorry.
it's all good because here's the deal. When I first started with my Sifu, he was doing Walam Mantis. So I
Mhm.
learned a lot. My first year, I learned a lot of Mantis. But then a lot of it married with Eagles Claw. So in the concept with Eagles Claw, it was like two schools against each other. And realistically, Mantis and Eagle Claw are very similar. There's a lot of similar techniques that come from the two.
Yep.
So I don't know that necessarily that was a true rival. It was always kind of blown up in the movies. But it's good on film. The one gripe I do have sometimes is like there's different, and not to get super nerdy, but it's like Eagles Claw, when we do Northern Eagle Claw, like we use all 4 fingers. In the movie, there's the more like the Southern style. So I'm not mad at that. But at the end, if I do remember correctly, when the last fight's happening, they actually don't seem to kill the master with the Eagle Claw. They like you feel like it's gonna like actually someone's gonna like grab onto the dude's throat and choke him out, but they never do that. So that always bothered me about the movie. But other than that, I really do like that film more so than Fatal Needles. I mean, Fatal Needles I've only seen a few times, but and in fact last night I had to just refresh my memory. I was like, oh, I remember this movie. I wasn't a big fan of this one. I'm not knocking the needles, the kind of the acupuncture kind of like, you know, like when they would bring out the needles, it was okay. But Eagle Claw, just the fights to me, are just a lot better.
Guys, can I jump in real quick and then I'll let y'all go for the rest of this segment. All right, listen, let me just say this real quick. Since Quasi brought up acupuncture. All right, first of all, in order to apply acupuncture, you at least have to do it with your hand, right? And there's the delicacy that's involved or whatever. I'll give grace to Gordon Liu in Clan of the White Lotus. That's epic use of acupuncture. It is incredible. Unfortunately, I can't help but compare it to this. In Fatal Needles, Fatal Fist, he's not even using his hand. He's throwing the needles. He's just throwing them and paralyzing people. He's like, dude froze. I'm like, oh man, this is. And I love Yi Shang. Yi Shang was my Sifu's teacher. Okay, so I love him, right? I love him. I adore him, and his iconic look. But I hated this movie, and I hated that this guy got his ass kicked throughout the whole movie. Even when he knew people was getting beat up and killed and cut, and he didn't react until it was almost too late. So I'm sorry, I just don't like the movie. I just don't like
But
it.
it's a coward Cheng Chiai.
Yeah, the coward. I just don't like it. Eagles Claw, on the other hand, what's not to love? The opening demonstration is, again, Red Room openers. I love openers that demonstrate technique. It warms my heart to see all 3 of them doing those forms together. And then they go through it, snatching, chasing a tiger. Oh, it's so glorious. It's so glorious. And again, a movie that has a plot. It's not just, get revenge. It's got a plot.
Right.
And there's infiltration and there's changing sides. Even me, when I first saw the movie, I didn't know. I actually thought he was changing sides. I did not know that this was a plan, right? And as now that I'm an adult, going back and watching, and then oh snap, there's Beardy. Beardy's in it. You know what I'm saying? You can go back and you can see that Brian Long is in it, even though he doesn't talk in the movie, but he's in it. And those little Easter eggs. It's just fantastic. It's just absolutely fantastic. And shameless plug, if you're watching us right now, yesterday our Chi Kwan Chun top 5 dropped on the channel, Who You Got, and Eagles Claw is one of the top 5. So that's shameless plug. Check that out on the channel if you get a chance. All right. Now I'm out. I said mine. Eagles Claw is mine. What do you guys got?
Yeah, I got Eagles Claw as well. I'm gonna piggyback on you said, OG, with that opening that opening scene. You just can't beat that. I mean, I'm not really well versed on Fatal Needles. I've seen it maybe once or twice, but I mean, Eagles Claw to me is a standout, and I love just Chang Yi's boots in that movie. Remember those pointy boots he wore?
Oh, the boots!
Remember those boots?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
the boots.
That outfit, that hat, and the boots. How can you can't mess with that? You can't. So on that alone, I'm going Eagles Claw.
The boots were dope.
The
Anybody
hat.
else?
Hey, he almost looked like the Wicked Witch with that outfit on, right? But it was
A little
dope.
bit,
It
yeah,
was
he
pretty
did.
cool.
Yeah, he did.
Little wizard hat.
The hat, the shoes, and his confidence. Perfect.
Man.
All right, so I mean, are we all in? Everybody's cool with Eagles Claw? Looks like the chat is too.
I don't know if Bernard Green got to speak.
Bernard, what you got?
For Eagles Claw also.
You got Eagles Claw?
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
Just like this, y'all said just about everything about it.
All right, hey, we gonna let
That opening scene is what really draws you.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm gonna let you go first on this next round. All right.
All right.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Don't get mad.
Why?
Don't get mad at me. Here we go. Next round.
Why?
Mantis versus Invincible Shaolin.
You know what, Ant?
Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I didn't pick these. I didn't pick it.
Oh
I did
man.
not pick this.
Y'all really have to.
I love both these movies. I
Oh,
I do. Go ahead.
Somebody else-
It's you, BG. Go for it.
go for it. Oh man. I'm going with Thunder and Mantis.
Okay. Why? Tell us why.
It's just the fact that he was fighting bullies in his little village, and he had to learn a new style just to beat the head guy. That's what makes those so unique.
Okay. I don't want to steal your thunder or someone else's thunder. I'm gonna let that rock. Okay. Who else? Who wants to go next?
I mean, well, you got two iconic films, right?
Yep.
Thundering Mantis and Invincible Armor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me, it's Invincible Armor because you got just so many iconic faces. When you go through that movie, there's so many people in that movie. Isn't Yen Bu in that movie too? Like, doesn't he got like a bit part or something where you see him in the beginning?
Who are we talking about?
Invincible Armor.
Yum Yao's in it. He's
right. But that was before he was probably
he's
super
one of the
popular.
bad guys.
He was probably one of the bit players or whatever, one of the side. But that movie's just amazing. And remember, you got Philip Cole, boy. I mean, Philip Cole, rest in peace. And one of my all-time favorite martial artists. And almost anything he's in, I'm biased to Philip Cole, so I'm gonna pick that movie. So I gotta go with Invincible Armor.
Oh, can I throw something in that has absolutely nothing to do with this?
Let's do it.
Real quick, my bad. Shout out to the Queen, Cynthia Rothrock. Happy birthday. Today's her birthday.
68.
Happy birthday,
68.
Yeah, happy birthday to the Queen. We love you. Thank you so much. I had the honor of meeting her last year at Dragon Fest. She is a delight. She smells incredible. Smells incredible. I don't know what she was wearing that day, but whoa. Hey, and my woman was 3 feet away from me, and I didn't give a damn. I was like, damn, she smells good. But shout out, happy birthday, Queen. Cynthia Rothrock. Just want to send that shout out to her. Okay, back to it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I was just going to piggyback on Invincible Armor is more my speed. Sorry, Ann. I'm not a big fan of Thundering Mantis. I had to rewatch it because I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this movie. It does get better to me towards the end with the final fight, and yeah, he's doing his thing. It just gets he's a little over the top sometimes with all, and maybe it's the sound effects. It's just too much. It just gets overwhelming. I kind of just phase out. But Invincible Armor, man, is like just top tier. The cast alone, the martial arts, is on point for me. So.
Just so you know, you don't have to apologize to me because I'm with you.
Oh no. I'm just saying.
Thundering Mantis for me is just the final 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and I don't know the name. I'm gonna ask H Rich because I bet you H Rich knows. Hey H Rich, what's the name of that song?
I know which one you're talking about,
bro. It's that music and that fight put together. That's that's the best part of the movie.
Yeah,
but Invincible Armor is just like it's just goodness throughout.
Throughout, that was my point. It's like I can watch Thundering Mantis again just for the last fight, even though a lot of the just yelling after a while it just hurts my ears.
Right?
Yeah, Invincible Armor is gonna be me all the way. So that's all I got.
Right. I wonder if H Rich, if you heard me, I know you know
it.
Who?
Seiza found it.
Seiza found it. Oh yeah, Seiza's good on music too. Seiza says the name of that song is Brutes and Savages Overture by Riz Ortolani. Hey, I forgot to tell y'all, when it comes to soundtracks and music of Kung Fu movies, my man Caesar, he knows his stuff, man. He knows his stuff. I love that song. You don't believe me? What? Hey, Caesar, what's the name of the song from the Ten Commandments that they use in Superpower? What? If anyone's ever seen Superpower and you've heard the music from that, and you hear the Ten Commandments, Cecil B. DeMille's Ten Commandment movie. There's a song that they use in Superpower, and he knows the name of that song, bro. He be knowing his stuff, man. It's freaking incredible. Yeah, man. That disco song that plays during Thundering Mantis. It makes the movie, but the rest of the movie is just all right, you know. Anybody else want to chime in on this battle, or is everybody going with Invincible Armor?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Invincible Armor, but talking about Thunder and Mantis, you're right. It's the last 15 minutes are great. I love the way he lost control and seemed almost invincible once. And one thing that my brothers and I were shocked about when we watched that film for the first time was when he actually took.
Yeah,
but like you said, Invincible Armor from beginning to end is action packed, and you got Wang Cheng Li, you got Philip Cole as well, kind of like the Secret Rivals 2, right? They were brothers, right?
Yeah, I think in the Secret Rivals 2, it basically No, wasn't it the same cast?
So
was it
because I watched all three of them.
He knows.
I watched all three.
Go for it.
In Secret Rivals 2, Tino Wong Chung, he is the brother of Don Wong Tao's character in the first movie.
No, they're talking about the white hair guys, the villains.
The what? Oh yeah, in Secret Rivals 2, the villain is also played by Huang Zhang Li. He's the twin brother of the villain in the first one.
Yeah, it's his twin.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we are at a consensus that Invincible Armor is you got that one down?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, Invincible Armor moves on to the next round. Okay, here we go.
That's my favorite John Woo movie.
Here we go. Next round. Snake in the Eagle Shadow versus Warriors 2.
Ooh, man, you're killing me here. You're killing me. Man.
Who wants to go? Who wants to tackle this one first?
Remember I told you that the very first film I ever watched at Times Square, 42nd Street was Snake in the Eagle Shadow.
Oh yeah.
And they actually played it. They actually played it for quite some time, maybe about a month or two. And I went to see it as often as I could, every week, once a week. I was really addicted to it. It's what helped me become addicted to martial arts films, as well as Kid with the Golden Arm. That was the first movie that I saw on TV. Warriors 2 is a fantastic film. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But to keep it short and sweet so that we can keep it moving on, I'm going to pick Snake and the Eagle Shadow.
All right. Who's next?
I'm right there with you. Snake and the Eagle's Shadow. Basically Samo versus Jackie, right? But I give the edge to Snake and the Eagle's Shadow only because, like, number one, like the martial arts again, the training sequences. When we get to the end fight, the only thing that always bothered me about it, I know that it's the point of the movie, but the whole cat fight, it's like there's no such thing as cat paw, and this just isn't. It's like one of those things. You make it up for the movie, and it sounds good, but come on.
Yeah, we can pretend, right?
We can pretend. I'm cool with the pretending, but it was like the sound effects too. It was like, I was like, all right.
Right.
I was
You got
with you
Bernard?
at this point, and it was just all right. But again, I love the fact that Jackie is like, he comes back to defend his master at the end. He's my teacher. It's like, I
Yeah.
can't leave you. I love the whole, just from beginning to end. That just gives it that edge over Warriors 2. I do enjoy watching Warriors 2 from time to time. It's one that I will actually watch every now and again. But just on pure, again, back to my point when we first started this, rewatchability, you gave me the choice between two, Snake and Eagle Shadow, hands down for me. So
Wow. Wow. I'm gonna let you go, BG, and then I'm gonna go.
Okay. This is a tough one right here.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to go with Snake and Eagle Shadow.
Okay.
Yeah, like they said, nobody never heard of Cat Claw, really. And the way he did figure out who Homeboy was at the end. When Homeboy tried to trick him. I was like, so in most movies that they'll figure it out as they learning on who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
So I had to give it. That's why I had to give it to Snake and Eagle Shadow.
Okay. All right. Dan, what you got?
Warriors 2, baby.
Warriors 2. Okay.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Because remember, Samo's the big brother. I love Jackie, but Samo's the big brother.
Yeah.
You got Lung Karyan, you got Beardy, you got Casanova Wong, you got the coldest, baddest Mantis fighter on film in this finale. just think about the finale. You got the woman fighting the two dudes with the swords.
Mhm.
You got, I don't like that fight with what's his name? Who's the other guy that's in the Snake Eagle Shadow, the comedy guy with the glasses?
Yeah, the comedy
like
guy,
that
yeah.
fight. That fight I didn't
yeah.
like, but
I know.
take that fight out, man. You can't mess with Warriors 2. The training in that film, the Wing Chun that's portrayed in this film, even though Casanova Wong doesn't really use Wing Chun in the end when they take him out, but
He's Taekwondo.
just that two-on-one fight between both of them at the end with Fung Hark An is just amazing. So I gotta go Warriors 2.
To Dan's point, I just want to say, I wish he made it. I wish he survived to the end. Man, it breaks my heart seeing her having to put up a fight after the plan got messed up. I wish she had survived.
Yeah, that's crazy. She got killed. All right. So for me, Jackie Snake and the Eagle Shadow is probably one of my favorite pre-Jackie Chan, like the 70s movies of his movies. However, I'm sorry, I gotta go Warriors 2. Warriors 2 gives you a lot. There's a lot of fighting in there. Like with the Jackie Chan movies, your typical kung fu movie, it takes a while for us to get to the training. The training is fantastic. The end fight is good. Yes, the cat part is fake and phony. Still entertaining. But Warriors 2, although I have a slight problem again, because again, I have a lot of experience and a lot of friends who practice Wing Chun, and I know what a fast art it is. And Beardy is not a real martial artist. And so his portrayal of Wing Chun, hand movements correct, but was really slow. Again, slow. I like to see my Wing Chun fast, a la Prodigal Son, right? A la
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Right? I like to see my Wing Chun in its actual the way it's meant to be fought, which is it's very fast, right? and like if you see Prodigal Son and you watch Lam Chan Ying, that fight scene where him and Frankie Chan are fighting on that little narrow bridge.
Ooh, that fight right there,
That's the
boy,
whole
man.
fight.
Yeah, that was a sweet
That's
fight.
how Wing
Man.
Chun is supposed to look. And Beardy is kind of like, he's kind of
Got
very
the form, but
he's
he's
very
slow.
right. He's got the form, but he's methodical. And to me, it's but the end fight with was it Fung Hak On?
Yeah.
Fung Hak-on.
That's great. That's a great fight. And when he take the mask off, the mask is barely any different than his real face, which I found was hilarious. I like that looked just like you. You didn't even need to wear a mask. I thought that was funny.
Also, special shout out to the fight before that one with Casanova Wong versus Li Hoi Sang. He was going to work on him. Like he was basically using him as his practice dummy.
Yeah, that's a dope
Yeah, but
fight.
even the fight before that one, when he fought the guy with the scar on his face.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember, OG. I told you a while back. You should make a film. You should make a video on the best deaths that you see. That's one of the best kills I've ever seen, where the guy was just hanging like that.
Yeah,
After he when they hit him and then he's stuck. I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah.
Not to mention the fight in a restaurant before that.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Between
With the bear trap, right?
Beardy and everybody.
Oh, I
That
hated how
fight,
they did.
when he's doing that
Yeah,
sticky hands, when he's doing the sticky hands,
Mhm.
man.
I
That's a
hated-
badass
I
fight.
hated how they killed him in that.
I
man.
did too. But
Totally could have won that if not for the bear trap.
Yeah, that ticked me off, bro.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
gonna
that
go
fight
Warriors
too.
But it seems like we got a little bit of a
Split, yeah.
split. Where we at?
Looks like most of us are at. Yeah, it looks like most of us are on Warriors 2 with this one.
All right. As I look in the chat, a lot of people agreeing with Dan de Blasio. It looks like a lot of people are actually going with
Warriors 2.
Warriors too. So
I'll put that
I'm
on.
comfortable with that. I think we're gonna go ahead and move ahead with Warriors. Quasi, did you get to speak on it?
Sorry, yeah, I was moving. Yes.
You did. Okay. My bad. I stepped away for a minute.
Taking Eagles
All
shout
right. All right, cool. So we
Yeah,
okay.
he mentioned the Cat's Claw thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna move on then. Warriors 2 moves forward. Poor Jackie. Sorry, dude. All right, here we go. Don't worry. Next year we're gonna move into the 80s. We'll do 80s and 90s. We'll move a little bit forward. Maybe we'll do 80s, 90s, and 2000s. We'll just get it all together in one big one. All right, so here we go. Next round. Uh-oh. What happened? No. Where are we at? Where did I drop off at? Hold on, let me go back one. I was at Warriors 2 and okay, so that means
You got the next one.
I gotta see real quick. Wait, they're not showing. No, what happened? No.
I guess the tournament is over. I'm just kidding.
No, we're gonna figure it out. Hold on. Let's see. So we were at Warriors 2, Magnificent Butcher, right?
No.
Yeah, we were at I'm sorry, we were at Warriors 2, Snake and the Eagle Shadow.
Yeah.
We're going back and forth. So I think we're at Chinese Super Ninjas versus Avenging Eagle. I'm pretty sure that's what this one's supposed to be. Yeah, I apologize, everybody on the stream. That is my bad. They were there. I swear to you, I don't know what's going on. I apologize. But we are at Chinese Super Ninjas versus Avenging Eagle. Chinese Super Ninjas versus Avenging Eagle. You guys talk it out. Let me figure out what's going on here.
I got the names down just in case.
Okay.
Ben, what do you think, Ben?
I mean, I love them both. I mean, Avenging Eagle, that director has made some badass films. He's done Human Lanterns. He's done Killer Constable. He's a great director. He does great. He's got, I mean, story-wise, Avenging Eagle is amazing. You know, it's got great villain. You know, it's got, I mean, I love it. But to me, the quintessential martial arts movie for me, growing up, seeing is, I know it as Super Ninjas. I love Super Ninjas. I love Chang Che. I love, you know, it's got some of the Venoms. come on. I mean, think about Lo Mang's fight in that movie, bros. How badass is Lo Mang in that? He's like,
Yeah.
hey,
I use my
I don't
hands
need no.
against
Hey, I
any
don't need no
weapon.
weapon. You want to hear? Just come at me. I don't need no weapon. I mean,
Yeah.
And not
This
to
is-
mention all the all the elements with the ninjas and the way they actually figure out how to beat him at the end. And Chang Wai Man is the villain is amazing. And you got the dude's guts hanging out. I mean, there's just so many iconic moments from Super Ninjas and that movie too with the sound effects and the dubbing. 10 rounds of combat. We'll need to decide this matter between us. If you lose, we bench from here. But if we win, we will lead the martial world. I love
ready
that.
to fight our teacher.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, you got to go Super Ninjas.
And what's the name of the main character? The guy that played Tiger in Seven Steps of Kung Fu?
Oh, he's talking about the hero. The hero in
Xiao Chin Hao.
yeah, the
Yeah.
guy who plays Tao Chin Hao. Why is
Yeah, but he was spectacular with his blade. He was spectacular with any weapons. Yeah.
He was. Yeah, he was.
That's the name.
Ricky Chang.
Yeah, and the fact that they introduced the 5 elements, that in itself was awesome. Where they each had a level that they had to go through. The choreography towards the end when they fought the gold, where they were spinning around, I thought that was fantastic. That was just
amazing.
fantastic. Yeah, that's some of the best choreography that I've seen, and I thought the fish one was kind of hilarious when they were like gliding along the water. But I believe it or not, I kind of love the fact that they made it look real, look cool. I thought, right?
Yeah.
But then
it's amazing.
also-
It's amazing.
Yeah, and Golden Arms. What can you say about Lo Mang in that film? I mean, he was just spectacular. The one thing that I've always hated about these films is when they kill him off too early. When he doesn't survive to the end. I don't know if there was a reason for that, the reason why they did it, but I'm a massive Lo Mang fan. OG knows that. As far as Avenging Ego, that's another film that I watch quite frequently. I love that film. I love T. Lung. I love Alexander Fouché. I think that they blended well together in this film, especially towards the end when they fought. Who was it? Ku Feng, I think it was. In the
Ku
end.
Feng. Yep, Ku Feng.
But if I had to pick one, man, I gotta go with Chinese Super Ninjas, man. It's just so much action from beginning to end, and it's just. I think it's one of the top, maybe 10, 15 films I've ever seen.
Well, for me,
I will definitely second that. I second that.
okay, so I'm full disclosure. Don't jump on me, but it is an opportunity for us to create some content. So, Avenging Eagle just came in the mail. I just got it because we lost a lot of movies. Avenging Eagle just came in the mail. I've never seen the full movie. I've only seen the ending.
Oh, wow.
I've only seen the end fight. Full disclosure.
Yeah.
So it's probably not fair for me to vote on this one. I'll let you guys take it since I haven't seen the movie. But
Really?
for me, I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask really quick on the Chinese Super Ninjas. That's the one that starts off right where they're literally like two houses against each other and they
Yep.
put their guys against each.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
intro.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say this. Without casting a vote, I'm just gonna say, when a movie starts off with all that kung fu goodness, I mean, you just like,
Yeah, it's hard. You can't really
How
beat that.
can you compare?
beat it.
How can you compare? You can't.
right? You can't.
Yeah,
beat
you
it.
can.
Avenging Eagle, though, my understanding, like if you look at the cover art, my understanding is that this little group here, that this is a reminiscent of the group that was going against the guys in Chinese Super Ninja in the beginning, the bad guys. If you look at them, they all have all these crazy looking weapons. And if you look at Chinese Super Ninjas, when they're fighting, same thing. You got a guy that's got like a circular saw type weapon and swords and all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. So what we're going to be doing this week is we're going to do some movies we're going to do in the watch along on Discord. So if you guys want to join us on those days, we're going to be watching the movie. You guys get to see my reaction for the first time to those movies. Some of them we're going to actually record for content. So we're going to record ourselves watching. And so, another movie that I've never seen the full movie is it Executioners of Shaolin?
I think so.
Oh, really?
What's the one with Pai Mei? With White Bro? I've
Yeah,
never seen
yeah.
the full. Yeah, Execution. I've never seen the full movie. I've seen fights like with Chen Quan Tai. I've seen fights from the movie, right? But I've
Right.
never seen the movie from beginning to end. So I'm gonna really enjoy doing that this week since he's home on spring break. And those movies
Mhm.
just came in the mail today, so I'm gonna be checking those out. But so I
Yeah,
won't
Fist
cast a
Fist
vote.
of the White Lotus is kind of like a quasi sequel to
Right.
Executioners.
Exactly.
Right.
And I love that movie. So
Right.
maybe I'm hoping that one will be equally as good. But where are you guys at? Have you guys all voted? Have you all commented on this one?
I'll just say really quick because I didn't get to go yet.
Please.
But the intro, like I was saying before, of Five Element Ninjas, Chinese Super Ninjas. I own this movie. I remember watching it, and like every time you watch it, from beginning to end, amazing. But Avenging Eagle always buys any movie that has a hero in it or a practitioner that has a 3-section staff and knows how to use it. So one of the main guys in there like rocks with it, and he's one of the main. And I think this movie was one of the main reasons why I like hunted everywhere to try to find an actual aluminum 3-sectional versus wooden one. Because in this one, he's got an aluminum one. So, and I think also in this movie, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. This isn't just one where my guy has the blade and the boot, pulls that thing out. Is that the one or no? Can't remember if this is the one.
I think Fu Shang does have a hidden weapon, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he has it in his boot, and he has something he connects the blades to. He just goes like this and he slides it in there.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what.
pretty awesome.
Oh my God! Just
It was
the,
dirty as hell too. It was dirty. It was dirty, but it was
Oh
cold.
yeah. At one point, T-Lung said, "How do you kill him?" Oh, I use his axe. You know,
Yeah.
before he revealed who he was. Yeah.
Oh, they make me want to watch it. You make me want to watch it.
Yeah, the ingenuity on some of the stuff you're gonna see, Ant, is so just dope. Like I'm telling you, well, obviously spoiler, the dude with the boot and the blade on the boot. But again, my man rocking the 3-sectional the whole time and really knowing how to use it. It's really, this is a tough one. I'm gonna give the edge though to Chinese Super Ninjas, obviously too, because you got the Venoms in there. But there's a little bit more action, and it starts right off with that intro that's so dope.
Okay.
So I'll give.
Okay. All right.
And OG, you know, the Avenging Eagle is a film that builds, and it's one of the. I'm not saying it's rare, but it's one of the martial arts films that has a really good plot,
Okay.
and you don't really know what's going on, you know, because it's like a who's who and what's going on with the actual story and the characters. But once everything comes to light, it is amazing. But
Can
I
I
mean,
ask
if this,
a question?
if maybe
Can I
another
ask-
film was
Can I
with
ask
this.
one question. Can
Go
I ask
ahead.
one question. Right, that's Ku Fang. I know him well. Ku Fang with these little metal claws on his hands. Is he the eagle guy?
He is.
He is.
Si,
Does he-
senor.
Does he
Si.
use that? Does he use that
Yeah.
in the movie?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
think you're gonna like this movie for sure. Avenging
Okay.
Eagle is dope.
Okay. I can't.
Yeah.
it's dope.
The scene.
It's dope.
I can't wait.
Hey, Dan, I have a question for you, Dan. Do you
Yes.
think that Alexander was very funny in the scene where he was playing the waiter of the restaurant when Johnny Wang Lei? Wasn't that
Oh
great?
man. It's like,
is
you know what?
Is he's still goofy in the movie, or is he serious?
No, you know what? It's a serious movie, but Fu
It's a
Shang
gem.
had
I
that.
think it's a gem.
I mean, just like how you said, OG, how you didn't like Legendary Weapons because of Fu Shang, because he
Mhm.
handed up too much.
Mhm.
He doesn't do it in this. It's straight, but I just, because of the fact that who he is as a person, I
Mhm.
just think he had that natural, like that comedy with him.
Okay.
But I mean,
Mhm.
but he does play it straight. But there's that one scene. Yeah, that's a nice little scene.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Great. All right. So consensus: Chinese Super Ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Chinese. You got that one?
Yeah, the Guru said, I hope OG does a review on Avenging Eagle
I-
and Execution.
Yeah. And I told him. I said I'm on it.
Oh, okay.
I'm on it. In the chat. I
Hey,
told
real
him.
quick, OG, I got a
Yes, sir.
question.
Yes.
Have you seen To Kill a Mastermind?
Is that one of mine? Is that one of those in there? To Kill a
That's
Master?
with Johnny Wang Lei, right?
Yeah, that's the one that they just
Oh
pulled.
no! I don't. I've been
that-
seeing that a lot popping up on my feed.
I mean,
though.
yeah, you got to see To Kill a Mastermind as well, because that is, if I can compare it to anything, it's pretty close to probably I'd say 5 Venoms as far as how the story is, but
Oh, wow.
that's another
I've never
movie
seen
too.
that one.
The weapons are unbelievable. It just came
Kill a
out from
Mastermind.
88 Films just dropped it, and I just got the Blu-ray.
Nice.
And yeah, that's To Kill a Mastermind, and
Okay.
it was lost. People didn't know about it, but that's another one where you definitely gotta check it out.
Let me order that one. That's on my list. All right, I'm holding you to it. It better be good.
It is.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, Chinese Super Ninjas and To Kill a Mastermind. Gotta order it when the stream is done. Okay, here we go. Next round. Please be back. It came back. Yay. All right. The hot, the cool, and the vicious mission. This one's easy for me. I'll let y'all go.
You know, I saw Mission Kiss many years ago. I think I probably only watched it twice,
Yeah.
but I've watched Hot, the Cool, and the Vicious probably anywhere between 10 and 15 times. So
Yeah.
since I don't know much about Mission Kiss, at least I don't remember, I'm going to pick the Hot and the Cool and the Vicious. But when I saw, what's the name of the guy that's in the middle? Of,
Tommy
of
Lee.
The Hot, the Cool? Tommy Lee. Okay,
Tommy
Tommy Lee.
Tommy
Thank
Lee.
you.
He's a
Tommy Lee,
choreographer too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tommy
that's
Lee,
great.
choreographer.
That's great. I thought Tommy Lee was so arrogant in the at the end of the film, and he says you might have just made the biggest mistake of your life. That's what Don Juan Tao told him before they fought.
The makeup on that character is wild too.
Oh my God, it's crazy, and I love the fact even though I know a lot of people didn't, I love the fact that towards the end they slowed down the camera on the action. I think you didn't like it, OG. I don't remember, but I was a fan of that. So
overall, I love the movie. Overall,
yeah, I would pick the Hot, the Cool, and the Vicious.
yeah. This just to speed it up for me. This is easy pick. I got HCV over. I don't like when Lee Yi-min plays serious. I like him as his. You know, he's a student, and then I like Butterfly 18 and which one? Cripple. Drunken Arts, Cripple Fist. I like when he's a student. This one, he's a constable. He's like a cop, and it's hard. I don't buy it. Not one of my favorite of his. So I'm gonna go with HCV, Hot, Cool, and Vicious.
Okay.
Anyone
Full
else?
disclosure, sorry, I haven't seen either one of these. So I'm
Really?
keep it a bug. No, I have not. So
Bro, you gotta treat yourself to this one, man. Hot, the Cool, and Vicious is on YouTube, man.
okay.
Yeah, check that one out. Anyone else?
I've never seen Mission. I don't think. I believe back in the day, I think I saw it in the Sheldon VHS. I think it was like I think it was an Ocean Shores.
Ocean
I
Shores.
could be wrong, but I think it was an Ocean Shores film.
Ocean Shores.
I think I did see. I think I might have saw it when I was way long time ago. But I mean, just for a disclaimer, I never saw it, so I got to go Hot, Cool, and Vicious. And plus, Tommy Lee with his hunchback and looking like a cripple, and then coming out there and killing it. And you got Wang Tao and Flash Legs. You just that's a winning combination.
Right. Yeah. Again, for me, it's this is like an easy pick. This is one of to me, this is one of Lee So-Nam's better movies. So yeah, as I look in the chat, let me just address them real quick.
Looks like they've decided.
Looks like
Hot, Cool, and Vicious.
H Rich is going Hot, Cool, and Vicious.
The Guru.
SD said this, he never seen it. The Guru goes for Hot and Cool and Vicious.
Bernard also said it too.
Bernard goes the same thing. So yeah, so we're gonna go with Hot, Cool, and Vicious, right? And keep it moving. Okay. All right. Keeping it moving. We're looking good. We getting there. All right, here we go. Next round. Superpower. I just referenced this a little while ago. Superpower versus Joseph Quo's Born Invincible. Can I go, y'all? Can I go?
Go for it.
Can I go? All right. Danny's laughing because he know what I'm finna say.
Yeah.
I hated that
A
shit.
sliding whistle.
I hated that. That killed this movie for me. That's exactly how I felt too.
How many times that happened in that movie? About 20?
I couldn't take it, bro. I can't take it. I'm sorry. And he has that voice that he does. I couldn't take it. It just really killed me. I couldn't take it, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I think this is going to be a fast one for everyone because for me, it's not even close.
I gotta go with Superpower, man. Again, the music from Ten Commandments, this is the first movie that I saw of Billy Chong.
Nature Fist.
I saw this movie first before I saw Jade Claw and a couple of movies. I can't remember the titles, but he did a couple of movies with this black dude. I think his name is
Kung Fu Executioner.
Carl Scott. Is that what?
Yeah, Carl Scott. I
Black
think
dude?
yeah. Kung Fu Executioner.
Yeah, I saw those after. This is my first. This was the first movie that I saw of Billy Chong, and I dug him, man. I mean, he's young. He's got good kicks. He's got the charisma. He's got, he's handsome. He's got the evil eyebrows. Everybody here should know he went on. He retired and moved back to was it Thailand?
I think
Moved back to Thailand, where he became like a superstar there. Changed his name to Willie Dozon, right? And
did not know that.
yeah, he became like a soap opera star, man. He became like the number one star over there.
his career was
Wow.
in
Indonesia. Thank you. And changed his name to Willie Dozon. And but he did about I don't know 15 movies, 15 or 20 movies over here, or Hong Kong movies. And I absolutely love this movie, man. I love this movie. I love the training. I love the explanation and the breakdown of the Eagle's Claw, because there's like two versions of the Eagle's Claw, because there's three brothers. I think they're all three brothers that are antagonists. Two of them do Eagle. One is Northern Eagle, one is Southern Eagle. And then the third brother, the main brother, who also, his name jumps out of my head, but he's the teacher in Snake and the Monkey Shadow. So I forget his name. I can't remember his name. But anyway, he does the horse technique. And in this movie with Billy Chong, he basically has to learn all three. And he's got a teacher who comes in and breaks all those down. And if you get a chance to see that scene where he's breaking those techniques down, Southern Eagle versus Northern Eagle, now it's fantastic.
No, it's a great film. I enjoyed the part when he says, "I'm gonna turn your,"
but it was great. It was great. So I'm gonna go with superpower. What you guys got?
I'm gonna turn your ego into a duck.
Yep.
Yeah, I got power too, because Eagle Claw. Again, I'm a practitioner. I'm a Northern Eagle Claw guy, but I love the training montage. I like when the older instructor just basically whoops my dude's butt, basically shows him all he's doing wrong. That's a great.
Yeah, I think he puts chalk. He puts chalk on his hands, and he's hitting him. And then when he's done, he shows all the fist marks on his body. He's like, "Look at your body. Look how many times I hit you."
You left yourself open so many times.
He kept getting at him with the "Hey, I'm an old man" kind of trope that he's it's easy for me. I've only seen Born Invincible, to be full disclosure, a couple times, and it's been a minute. I had to refresh my.
Hear that? That's all you need to know.
But again, I'm a biased Eagle Claw practitioner, so any movie with some Eagle Claw in it, I probably have watched it a few times. So superpowers.
Hey, can I say something real quick before I let other guys jump in? Do you know that I only recently found out that the hero in Born Invincible is the guy who plays Ghostface Killer?
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Did you know that's Mark Long, right?
Mhm.
Isn't that Mark Long, Danny?
Yeah.
That's Mark Long. That's Ghostface Killer with that dude in the top corner.
Yeah, that's
Right?
him.
That's him.
Right.
He's the hero of the movie.
On the top right?
He's the second hero.
Well, he's the second hero of the movie. Right. He's the second hero of the movie.
Right.
But he is, he takes off takes off the mustache and everything. That's him.
Mhm.
And I was
Wow.
like, what?
They head faked us because we thought it was going to be Jack Long, and then he gets killed.
I thought Jack Long was gonna be the hero. But I can't. I just the sound effects, bro, and the voice. I just can't deal with it, bro. I'm sorry.
So
Yeah, I gotta go superpower as well, Billy Chong. And it's funny you say that, OG, because after I saw that movie, I kind of left a bad taste in my mouth for Carter Wong. I mean, I didn't care about 18 Bronzeman or any other movie he was in. It's like, is that the dude from Born Invincible? Nah, I can't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't get back. I never could. Man, I tried, bro. 18 Bronzeman. I tried, man. I couldn't. And then I saw him in what's the movie? The movie that inspired Mortal Kombat? There's three of them. Kurt Russell.
Oh,
Big Trouble in Little China?
Big Trouble in Little
Big Trouble in
China.
Little China, yeah.
I like him in that. I like him in
Well,
that.
he actually came on the beginning of the Marco Polo, the Four Assassins,
He's in
the Shaw
Marco
Brothers
Polo?
film.
He's in a lot
Yeah,
of movies. He's got a lot of movies.
he was one of the guys that did the pugilist style in the
You're
beginning of the
kidding me.
film. Yeah, that's Carter
Oh,
One.
I gotta go back and look at that.
He was in Hapkido too with
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He is in Happy.
with
Angela Mao.
Angela Mao. Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
is
I
in
mean,
that.
he's been in a crap load of movies. It's
Oh
just
yeah. Oh,
that
yeah, he got
movie
a
is just
song.
that's like you said, that sound effect every 20 seconds before every fight, and him doing this with his arm. Woo, and I'm going.
I'm like,
Sound like a puppy that got killed.
Yeah.
What's wrong with his voice?
It's a bad.
Yeah, like Call of the Wild or something.
That's just weird. Yeah, you got to go superpower all the way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's a consensus. We got superpower.
Yeah.
In the chat, I think everybody's going with Nature Fist. We got.
Quick question, OG.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, are we going to determine the winner today?
No.
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 Okay,
No.
so we're only
almost
doing
done.
that.
No, we're almost done.
Oh, wow.
When we get through these rounds, and then we're gonna make a new chart, and we're gonna post it showing
Nice.
our Sweet 16, and then the next week we'll come back and we'll whittle this down, finish it off.
So we're just doing round one right now.
Correct.
Okay, I got you.
There's
Round
only
one.
two rounds. Only two
Gotcha.
rounds. Okay. All right. So let's.
Yeah,
let's
I think
move.
that's great because it'll give us some time to view some movies too that we might
and I
be
know,
down for. Yeah.
and I respect y'all time. I know y'all gotta go. So let's keep it moving. Here we go. All right. Here. Oh no, this for me. This one's an easy one for me. Magnificent Butcher versus Fists of Fury. I know that Fist of Fury has its historical significance for what it means for Bruce Lee, because we really technically only got a small sampling of Bruce Lee movies. And I understand the significance of the movie itself, but I'm just gonna keep it real. Between these two, which one, if I was on an airplane and they offered me the two, because it's a short flight, which one do you want to watch? I'm gonna watch Magnificent Butcher. That's how I choose. That's how I would choose that, right? Magnificent Butcher gives me everything it gives me. It gives me comedy. It gives me great fighting. It gives me, it gives me my favorite Wong Fei Hung. Jet Li would be my number two, but my favorite Wong Fei Hung is Quan Tak Hing. I mean, to me, he is Wong Fei Hung, and to get him in a fight with Hoi Sang Lee, calligraphy fight, that's iconic. That's iconic. You get to see Lan Chan Ying and Yun Biao reunite after they had done Prodigal Son. You get to see them reunite and have a quick fight. That was great.
With the fan, right?
With the fan.
He had the fan, right?
Yeah, and he had the hidden blades too.
Hidden blades in his elbows, yeah. And one of my favorite parts, I know Quasi, there's no such thing as cat style, but Crazy Cat, the crazy cat fight is so much fun.
No, that dude is cold too. The guy that's playing him, that dude is crazy.
Oh my god, yeah, it's just a great. I love that. I love this movie, man.
He sells it as a style, even though
He
it's not
does.
real. Also, shout out to Wei Pai's appearance in the movie, because he didn't really get much screen time outside of Venom.
There's Wei Pai, the unknown Venom, the unspoken Venom, who fell out of favor with the Shaw brothers because he suffered from Tourette's. A lot of people don't know this. He had Tourette's syndrome, and it was rumored that many of the Venoms, with the exception of Lu Fang, had a problem because they had to slow down production on a lot of their movies. They had to slow down the production on a lot of their movies because there were days where his Tourette's was so bad, including in the filming of
Kid with the Golden Arm.
Kid with the Golden Arm. They wanted Ricky Ten Chin Chi from Chinese Super Ninjas to take over that role. So in the movie, in the movie of Kid with the Golden Arm, Wei Pai, who's on your right, he was having some really bad Tourette's episodes. and the rest of the crew was like, man, let's reshoot, let's bring Ricky Tianchi in, and he's an up and comer, let's bring him in. And Lu Fang stood up against the rest of those guys and said, no,
I'll work with him.
I'll work with him. He's been in our movies. He's done some great work with us. Let's be loyal to him.
That's awesome.
It makes me respect Lu Fang even more, bro. I hope I get to meet him someday. Oh my God.
Yeah, Lu Feng went for a couple of years without talking to Philip Kwok because they supposedly got into some kind of argument.
And this has something to do with that too.
Mm.
This played a part in that. Philip Kwok was very vocal about getting rid of Wei Pai for that movie.
Wow, I did not know that.
Because you have to remember back in those days, bro, they was making 4 or 5 films a year. They were cranking out movies. So it was like, let's go. And Wei Pai's Tourette, I don't know if you guys know, Tourette syndrome is a very debilitating disorder. It makes you yip, and I got respect for him that we would have never known that, because I think he did a fantastic job. I love him as the Snake, by the way. That's my favorite character in Five Deadly Venoms. It's my favorite one.
He also really kills it in Invincible Shaolin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the one punch, right?
Yeah. He's Wing Chun in that movie.
Yeah,
he's doing Wing Chun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyway, I went off on a tangent. Magnificent Butcher for me. What you guys got?
For me,
Quasi. Yeah, Quasi. Go ahead, Quasi.
For me, it's gonna be the complete opposite. Mr. Fury, top 3 Bruce Lee, and again, it's not gonna be a popular opinion. Enter the Dragon to me is not my favorite Bruce Lee movie, but Fist of Fury, out of the 2 that Lo Wei did or the director did, Fist of Fury is better than The Big Boss. Fist of Fury straight up revenge, and it's got a lot of other things. Yes, it's a very basic plot, but it's also like, if people kind of like, without it, we don't get arguably Fist of Legend with Jet Li, which people even consider a better movie.
I think it's better, yeah.
Yeah, but that basically is the fictional character Chen Zhen, who comes to avenge his teacher's death, Ho Yin Jiao. That movie, obviously, Fearless, was based on that whole thing. Yep. So for me, it's like the connections there, and just the fury, literally Fist of Fury that Bruce has all through that movie. Just when he takes dudes out, he's taking them out. Even with the the cook, he finally discovers that the cook is the one who poisoned the teacher.
Yes, betrayed him, yeah.
Go, and then dude comes back at him with the freaking butcher knife, and he just like Bruce just nails him with that shot and just kills dude, and they get that pose that lasts, and it's like that slow-mo. It just and the final fights are just dope to me. And I will also say things in it that you remember, like, yeah, this time you're eating paper, the next time it'll be glass, and he's pushing the freaking paper in the dude's mouth. It's like with the whole school. I mean, when you first saw that and Bruce busts out the nunchucks for the first time and you weren't on your feet, I don't know, like, then you must be on like some kind of stuff and you need to share it. And then last but not least, I'll say also too, the themes in it, like the racial stuff at the time, because it was based off like times with like the 1800s or like late like early 1900s, right? So when he's walking through the park and the Indian dude stops him and he's like, the sign's like no dogs allowed or no Chinese, and then the dog walks through, he's like, what about that? He's like, you're the wrong color, and dude gets so pissed and the dude he knocks dude out and then sign. I mean, just there's something about that movie where it's just like, it's just so badass to me, man. That's like Bruce at his like highest level. That and Way of the Dragon, some of the best fights to me.
Hey, real quick. Hey, do that impersonation one more time.
Like, you're the wrong color. Beat it. It's like I remember watching that once with my aunt and my cousin. I was like a kid, and I was like, just wrong. And then like you just so hyped when the Japanese dude comes and it's like, you want to walk with me through the thing, and Bruce just loses it and knocks dude out. And they're just like, oh my god! And then dude blows the whistle, he kicks the sign. It's like, oh dude, I'm in this whole movie. Even at the end with the sacrifice, all that, and they take that scene by the way and they use that in Game of Death. Dude, to me, top notch Bruce Lee. I'm sorry. Okay. And listen, I'll give a plug at the end because I don't want to take too long. Magnificent Butcher.
Go for it.
I love the choreography in that movie. I'm just not as much on the comedic side with that one. I think that detracts a little bit for me. I know people love that, and that's edge with Jack movies and Sammo. The choreography is amazing, but it's not going to be Fist of Fury for me.
That's
just
fair.
to watch it.
No, man, respect. We not a monolith. We all got our opinions. I love it. I love it. Please, who's next?
Dan, what do you think?
This is a rough one for me, man. It's hard because I love them both. I mean, Fist of Fury is just, I know there's a Chinese connection, being, because in the U.S., we call it Chinese connection, and UK overseas, it's Fist of Fury. But man, when you talk about the opening scene when he finds his teacher's dead and he drops that umbrella in the rain, and he runs up there and he's pounding on the coffin. I mean, and man, that movie's just so iconic. But remember, think about the two you got in the other movie. You got at the top of their game, you got Sammo Hung and you got Yuen Woo-ping collaborating on a film.
Yeah.
That is just so iconic, so unbelievable. So if I had to pick one or the other, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna flip a coin. So if I had to flip a coin and let's say heads and tails, I ain't got a coin. I'm just saying, I'm just gonna say just for today's purposes, so we don't drag this out longer. It has to drag. I gotta go Butcher. I'm sorry, Bruce. I love you, but I love Butcher. I'm a Sammo guy. I mean, Sammo to me is like Sammo and Lar Kar Long are just the two Sifus to me. Like when it comes to martial arts movies and just cutting edge. I love the fact that Sammo's in, the beginning of Enter the Dragon, and pretty much passed the torch. And I can go on and on about both these movies. Like we could have a whole discussion on just both these films. But I gotta go Butcher just because of the sentimental value, and
yeah.
I like when he goes up to Fung Hak on the end. He's like, "Kao Tai Hoi, I know you killed my brother. I'm here to avenge my brother's death." When he takes him out and kills him,
yeah,
doesn't he bust his head with the with the gravestone?
Yeah.
I mean, I just love it. I love it.
I could throw in a couple cents.
Please.
So, what respect to Fist of Fury, because without that we wouldn't have gotten Fist of Legends. So really appreciate Bruce's work with that, and like him doing his best portrayal of the character of Chen Zhen. But couple pointers for why Butcher takes it for me. I love Fan Mai Shang's take on the Beggar Sifu character, because I don't think we've seen that from him before or since.
Son, did you know that he was supposed to he replaced Sam C? Because Sam
C, he had passed away.
Yeah, Sam C died. He
replaced and that is Yuen Woo-ping's. That's Yuen Woo-ping's father too.
Right.
But he did an awesome job filling in that role. I loved like the comedy and the seriousness that he added to it. I also like the interesting dynamic they had with Lee Hoi Sang as the villain, because he knew that his son was scum, but he antagonized the other characters anyway because of the disrespect he got from Quan Tak Hing's character.
Right.
So it was just really interesting to see like why they were all fighting each other, and like how he basically needed an excuse to go at them. Just seeing how all of that unfolded.
I feel like Tony didn't get a go.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious to see what Tony has to say. I'm really curious to see what Tony's going to say.
Okay.
Well, you remember what I said, before I ever watched Bruce Lee films, I was into these films first, right? Like the Shaw Brothers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Fist of Fury is magnificent. I think it's a fantastic film. I will never get tired of watching any of the Bruce Lee films. I think they're all great, but I just love the classic ones, like the Magnificent Butcher. I'm a Sammo Hung fan as well. Yeah, and Sammo Hung, I think, was in Enter the Dragon. He was Enter the Dragon. You ever see that interview with Sammo Hung where he said that when he first met Bruce, he didn't believe what they said about how fast he was, so he challenged him, and he said when he started throwing his fist or his leg, I don't even know if he was trying to kick him, as soon as he started, Bruce Lee's fist was already in his face.
He was in disbelief. He was in disbelief because of that. Yeah, I heard that too.
And Sammo is fast. Sammo has never ceased to amaze me. I don't understand to this day how someone could be as heavy as he is and still be as flexible as he is. It's so super impressive.
Definitely fast.
That's always
Yeah.
fascinated me
Yeah.
when I saw him in The Victim and all the other films that he's made. So I'm going to go with Butcher for this one.
Nice. Good pick. Okay, I think everybody's spoken on this one. Sounds like we're divided a little bit. I know for a fact Kwanzi is going Fist of Fury. Everybody else is going Butcher.
I did see a couple in the chat for
Right.
Fist of Fury.
Right.
Says
Right. Can we get a
SD.
count? Because it looked like there was a lot of people in the chat who are going with Fist of Fury.
so SD, Seiza, then we've got Quasi for Fist of Fury.
The Guru. The
The
Guru
Guru.
went Magnificent Butcher.
The Guru says Fist of Fury was too slow in spots and occasions.
Right.
That's his pet peeve.
Bernard Green went with Magnificent Butcher.
Yeah.
The Guru said, okay, so yeah. Right.
He says, I agree with OG on Magnificent Butcher. My vote's with the Butcher. Zaccato.
So I'm saying more Butchers than.
Yeah, more Butcher than Fist of Fury.
Man, I'm sorry, Quasi, man. Yours didn't get through, bro.
Good. It's all
Okay.
good. Listen,
Yeah.
that's a me thing.
Hey, man, the one thing we want to remind you, and I want to remind you at home for people who are watching, movies are subjective, right? So we could probably get a whole new cast and do this again, and we'll get different results, right? Different people in the chat will give us different results. Movies are subjective. At the end of the day, I'm just so thankful that I have all these people here who are lovers of martial arts, cinema, and kung fu films, and that we could all come together and we could build this out and keep doing this like every year and making this like an event. So please enjoy. And if you disagree, please leave a comment and let us know what you think, because we value what you think here. So thank you all for being here. We're rounding out. We're getting towards the end, so just bear with us a little bit longer. And here we go. Here's the next one.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Oh,
This
God.
might be the toughest one yet.
oh my god. I'm waiting. I'm letting somebody else go first. I gotta think. Man. Yo.
Well, OG, you know that Kid with the Golden Arm has a special place in my heart because it was the very first film that I've ever watched on a Saturday at 3 p.m. when they used to play in Channel 5.
Mhm.
And this movie this was the first martial arts film I've ever seen. You know, I saw this before even I saw Snake and the Eagle Shadow in Times Square, because I discovered when I used to read the Daily News in New York
Mhm.
that they would have advertisements for the theaters and the movies, the martial arts movies that they were showing.
Mhm.
And this made me want to go there. That's when I became addicted.
Okay.
Wow, Kid with the Golden Arm, man. I mean, how can you debate this? It's one of the greatest martial arts films ever made, ever, period, point blank for me. But Heroes of the East, my God, man. I mean, there are very few people that are special as Gordon Liu with the way he used every single weapon and to combat every single Japanese style that was thrown at him. It was so iconic. His performance, I thought, was so iconic. Even though there were a couple of times I think they might have used a stunt double, like Lau Kar Young.
That's why he wore a wig.
the spear.
That's why
Yeah.
he wore that wig.
But man, this is a tough one. I'd say it's very tough for me. But if I had to pick one based on fight scenes and skills,
Mhm.
I have to go with Heroes of the East, man.
Okay. Let me go real quick. Kid with the Golden Arm is iconic. What I love about this movie is the colorfulness of the characters. Again, much like Five Deadly Venoms, you have these colorful characters on both sides, on the villain side and on the hero side. Two of my favorite characters, Long Axe, Short Axe. I love that, right? I felt like on the bad guy side, they were almost like, I don't know if you guys have heard of this term before, cannon fodder. I don't know if you know what that means, but cannon fodder are like characters that are basically there just to be killed, right? They killed Brasshead and Iron Robe too quick in the movie. They got killed. They basically got killed when they were introduced, right? And I didn't like that. The Riz, meaning the charisma that Lo Mang flexes in this movie is so freaking incredible.
You will be avenged.
He walks through a room. He's even telling, don't worry, these men, they're not gonna make it. I'll avenge you.
They're going to die. Yeah.
And he walks through the room. That charisma is so palpable. It comes through the screen.
Yeah, he went through them like a knife through butter. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I love this movie. And incidentally, I'm in the middle of trying to get a development deal for a cartoon or comic book for these characters because I've redrawn them and tried to bring them to life. And I have an idea for a 30-minute pilot for a script. So working with an animator and a developer to try to create a pilot for a 30-minute episode of both Five Deadly Venoms and Kid with the Golden Arm. So I'm working on that. So I really do love the characters. But I got to go with Heroes East. I'm sorry. The reason why I got to go with Heroes East is because Heroes East not only does the social commentary of the historical and factual conflict between Japan and China is expressed in the film, culturally, not militarily, but just culturally. From the moment the movie starts, they're at the dinner table. She's on the floor. He's at the table. Come up here and sit with me. She said, no, you come down here and kneel with me. Kneeling is for dogs. Like, just the back and forth, that cultural dichotomy between Japan and China is played out, and it's fantastic. But what most impressed me about this movie, aside from good choreography, nobody died. It's the first kung fu movie I ever seen where nobody died. And I have so much as an adult now who's been in fought in two wars. I have so much respect for that. I can't tell you what that means. That I could show that movie to my son. Nobody died. That peace was made. It's a fucking it's a misunderstanding. It's a big misunderstanding. And if we learn to listen to each other, we'll find out that we have more in common than we don't. This is the theme of this movie, and it's so important, and it's so apropos to today. Now, I'm not going to get on the soapbox and start preaching about left versus right here in this country. You believe what you want to believe. But if you don't believe in the goodness of this movie and how important it is to learn to listen to each other, listen to your brother, listen to your wife, right? Respect her beliefs, respect her difference in opinion, right?
To respect others' cultural values.
Respect all other people's cultural values, right? I am a black man who has dated Hispanic women my whole life, right? Yes, there are some similarities to black and Hispanic people, but there are some differences, and I respect that, and I love that about them. I love that about those people, right? And so it's just a fascinating movie if you're looking at it. And I'm sorry, I don't want to make this, oh, look at this guy, he's really going philosophical on this movie. But it is just such a fantastic movie that has so much more meaning. Yes, Kid with the Golden Arm is good, clean fun. You just want to sit down and have some fun? Yes. But Heroes of the East, it has significant sociological value that I truly respect. So I'm going with Heroes of the East. Who's next?
Yeah, and one thing I forgot to mention, even though I also went with the Heroes on the East, Golden Arms, he became known as Golden Arms for decades by many because that film pretty much cemented him as a legit martial artist.
Right. Right. Who wants to go?
Kid with the Golden Arm. Swag, Lo Mang I'm with you, Tony, in that I first saw this movie watching like the Saturday double feature on Channel 5 in New York. Okay, so same thing. I saw it multiple times. They used to run this a lot, and I remember being so heartbroken when the Kid with the Golden Arm finally gets killed at the end, and I'm like, what? No. Yeah. It's like, but he got killed because he underestimated his opponent and basically, had alcohol sprayed in his face and all that. That said, like Ed was saying, good, clean, fun, really good movie. The cadence of some of the fights to me, it's a little slow. I'm not knocking it. It's a great looking movie, but versus Heroes of the East, where not only do you have multiple fights with two different cultures fighting, you got multiple different styles, multiple weapons. Drunken Styles in there, so I like that too. Three Section Staff is in there. This nunchuck dude, fake Bruce Lee dude, crazy. The only fight in there that I have a gripe with, well, two. The one where my guy, where Gordon Liu has to use the grease. I'm not a big fan of that.
Judo.
Yeah,
Judo.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that fight either.
and that fight's a little whack to me. But the
Yeah.
other one who is just questionable is when he fights dude with the katana and he's got a gim. So a Chinese
Yeah.
straight sword just doesn't have the power to go against a katana. A katana will
Right.
slice the sword
Right.
in half.
If you know anything about Japanese swords and how many times they've been folded over and
Yeah.
over again, I would have broke that sword easily. Yeah.
And the gim is a one-handed Chinese
Correct.
weapon. I use
Correct.
my gim as one hand. You can. There are some made for two. The time it was a one-handed weapon, so it wouldn't have fared. And hence the reason, if you watch Fearless, when Jet Li does go against the katana, he uses the aluminum or the steel section. That aside, though, and in the final fight when he fights dude with the crab claw, and there is no crab claw. And
Yeah, that was amazing.
It don't matter.
So-
Hey, it don't matter.
It
It
don't
don't matter.
matter.
Crab claw. It was great. It was fantastic.
Right, there's no crab claw, there's no crab claw, but they made the fight amazing. And to Ann's point, there is I think there's a little bit of bloodshed, but nobody dies. The quality of the fights, the cadences of fights are all there. That rewatchability, and I've owned this movie for so long, and
Yes.
definitely rewatch it again and again and again.
Yes.
Lorgana does, to Tony's point, double in for a little bit. But for Gordon Liu, but it's like here and there, and it's just I think the three sectional stab. Most of the stuff Gordon Liu did himself, which is amazing.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm saying what everyone else is saying, but at the end of the day, Heroes of the East. As much as I do love Kid with the Golden Arm,
Okay.
Heroes of the
This is a Japanese crab style.
East. Yeah, there is no crap. It looked good.
If I could speak to
All the ninja stuff was dope. I was
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, go
How
ahead.
about you, Dan?
Wait, hold on.
You know what? I love
I'm gonna let
I love
DK go.
Golden Arm. I love
Hold
Lo
on.
Mang. Lo Mang is amazing. I love Golden Arm. Chang Che's the master, but you got to go with Sifu Lar Kar Lung on this. You got to. I'm in an interracial relationship as well, so I can relate to the cultural differences on certain things.
Mhm.
I love the dynamic between him and his wife, like you were saying, OG, with she has her customs, he has his.
Yeah.
And then, to me, when I was watching it back in the day, it was always Shaolin Challenges Ninja to me. That was the original title I knew.
That's
it as.
correct.
Challenge,
That's
challenge,
correct.
ninja.
And you know what? I'm partial and biased to Yusaki Karada because that dude is just
He's a badass.
unbelievable.
Yes.
He came up in Japan, and then he came up with Sonny Chiba because he was in a lot of Sonny Chiba movies back in the day, a lot of Toho films. Then he transitioned to China and
Right.
Hong Kong.
Yeah, he was in this.
He just excels, man. Anything
Yeah.
he's in, I'm in. And
Yeah.
then and you match him up with Lar Kar Lung and Gordon Liu, you can't lose with that combination. You really can't.
Right.
So to me, this is a kind of an unfair, another one where even though we didn't really pick it, and how you did with the voting, but I love them both. But you just can't compare the two. Yeah, the Golden Arm fights, some are a little clunky and some of them aren't all there, but yeah, the Heroes of the East, man, that just and OG, you're 100% right. Nobody dies. I mean,
Right.
you very rarely see that in a martial arts
Rarely.
film, especially
Rarely.
from the 70s and 80s. I mean, you don't see that.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna pass away. Somebody's gonna die. The Sifu's gonna die. The student's gonna get revenge or whatever it is. But in this
Right.
film, it's just culturally, we're gonna do one country against the other, and who's gonna come out on top.
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah, my vote's for Heroes of the East.
Okay. DK, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, son.
No, you're cool. I was gonna speak to Quasi's point. I think the sword fight where they put like the Chinese sword up against the katana. I do agree that I think the katana is supposed to be more refined and that the Chinese sword shouldn't stand up to that. But I think, at least for me watching it, the point of that fight was to show that the weapon was only as good as the person who was using it. So yeah, the katana is the superior sword, but Gordon Liu's character had the edge in how he used his sword, even though it was inferior. But I am in agreement that the wrestling fight, that was whack because there was cheating involved. But I understood that the only way he could beat the guy who was cheating was by cheating in his own way. So yeah, that was the one fight I took issue with Heroes of the East. So I'm in agreement with you on that. Also for the kid with the golden arm, while I am in agreement with everyone else saying that Heroes of the East is the better film, I gotta say, Kid with the Golden Arm has a better final twist, I think. Like it really does surprise you at the end.
Oh, Iron Feet.
Yeah,
Iron
like
Feet. Okay.
They didn't made no mention of him the whole movie, and all of a sudden, boom, Iron Feet. He's a guy who's part of the group. It's like, wow, he was trying to take over.
I had a problem with Iron Feet because the reason why I had a problem with Iron Feet is because he basically.
I wasn't expecting that.
I didn't. I was like, why? Isn't that your twin? It was weird. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Heroes East. I think there's a consensus as well.
Yeah, from the looks of it.
Okay, so we're gonna go Heroes East. All right, we're getting there. Here we go. Speed this up a little bit. All right, the Invincible Kung Fu Leg versus Shaolin Invincible Sticks. I'm gonna say mine real quick. The only thing, okay, both movies made by the same director, which is why both movies have the same type of opening. If you go and watch their openers, again, demonstration of the technique, right? Invincible Kung Fu Leg, you've got the tan kick, you've got the Mo's kick, you've got the ground kick, right? And then in Shaolin Invincible Sticks, you've got different types of poles, right? You've got the bamboo pole, you've got the rat's tail, you've got the Chi King pole, you got all these different poles. So it's actually both openers are the same, but that's where the similarities end. Shaolin Invincible Sticks, I hated that movie. It's terrible. And Dong Wang Tao doesn't even progress and get better in order to beat Yi Shang. He only beats him because he fights him in a bunch of bamboo trees, and Yi Shang gets his stick stuck in one move, and then Dong Wang Tao finishes him off. I hated this movie, but I love the opener. The opener is great, but the opener doesn't give you. It's great in the opener. The fighters fight better than they do in the movie. So when you're watching them in the opener, you're like, damn, oh, she's a badass. Look at her fight with those two sticks. But then in the movie, she don't fight that good. And you're like, okay, what happened? The Invincible Kung Fu Leg, again, another movie that came today on Blu-ray. It's just a nostalgic movie for me. Again, I don't like stop action kicking. I hate that. It pisses me off. But I love the movie. It's probably a little bit too much comedy. But the girl who plays Phoenix, I don't know what it is about her, but I was so attracted to her as a young man. I thought she was fine. And any woman that can do splits, you got me. Yeah, I'll just go with Invincible Kung Fu Leg because I like the nostalgia of the movie overall. Who's next?
I'll make mine short and sweet. Invincible Kung Fu Legs is the movie that I saw. I haven't seen it when I was a kid. I saw it actually. My Sifu at the time gave me a copy, and it made me want to be a better kicker. That intro when they do the tan kick, the ground kick. And by the way, at the time I was learning. We have a ground form also in Northern Eagle Claw. I was learning that. So a lot of those kicks are actually applicable. So I was just like, oh shit, I want to do it like the movie. I'm sorry. Oh shit, I want to do it like the movie. So it's like, it really like it just as inspiration, and I like the movie, and the acrobatics are sick. I'm definitely more on the edge of that movie than Shaolin Invincible Six. And to be fair, I've only seen Shaolin Invincible Six like twice, maybe in my life.
Okay. All right. Who's next? Tony, man.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure because my earbuds died on me.
Oh, snap.
I'm really not that familiar with Shaolin Invincible Sticks. I am familiar with the leg fighters, so for that reason, I'm gonna have to pick. I don't have a choice but to really pick the leg fighters.
Okay, no, that's fair. What you got, Dan?
Yeah, same with me. I'm not really familiar with Shaolin Invincible Sticks, but now from your comments, OG, I don't care. I don't want to see it. So
No.
I do love Lake Fighters. I'm not crazy about the comedy either, but I do love the opening scene.
Mhm.
And that does anybody know what that villain's name is? Because he's badass. So he does the stuff on the floor and he rolls around and he's
Pern
just got
Gang.
he's got some incredible forms.
Pern Gang.
Yeah, he's great. And
He
yeah, so
he actually plays both roles in the movie. He plays his own brother in the beginning of the movie with black hair.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
him fighting. That's him fighting Tan Tao Liang, and then later on in the movie, it's him. It's the same playing both characters. Yeah.
Yeah. So long story short, I'm going Lake Fighters.
Nice. DK.
Yeah, I'm going with Leg Fighters. For me, this movie is like a 6 out of 10. The comedy does get a bit excessive, but I mean, look, there is some comedic bits that are just flat out top notch. So
Ding dong, dong dong, ding dong, dong dong.
mainly,
I don't like those two characters. No.
mainly with that. I think they were the weaker sides of the comedy in that movie. But like Phoenix's assistant, yeah, like he was funny. And yeah, the stop motion, like the jump cuts, that does kind of hurt the film a bit. But when Tan Tao Liang is putting in the work, you can see him like doing really well with his kicks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would give this movie the edge. I don't remember Shaolin Invincible Sticks too much. I mean, I think I remember the mouse.
I haven't shown it to you because it's trash.
I remember the mouse's tail. That was one of the moves.
The
that
mouse's
we
tail.
used.
That's the bad guy. That's what he used. Yi Shang uses that in the end.
Yeah,
That's the name of his stick. The mouse's tail.
right.
Yeah.
But overall, I remember this movie making more of an impression on me. Invincible Kung Fu Legs.
I think we can move on. I think the same in the chat. We were saying Invincible Kung Fu Legs. So let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
This one, although I love both movies, I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. Although I love both movies, I'm sorry I gotta go with Seven Grandmasters. Snake in the Monkey Shadow, again, it's a Jackie Chan clone. It is good. It is good as a Jackie Chan clone, and I enjoy the movie for what it is. But Seven Grandmasters, you get about 8 fights in the movie, maybe 9. I mean, it's just fantastic. That's all I'm gonna say. It's fighting throughout the whole movie, and it's fantastic. That's me. Seven Grandmasters.
I agree. I gotta go with Jack Long. I gotta go Seven Grandmasters. Snake and the Monkey Shadow's got too much comedy for me. Jackie Clan clone all the way. OG, it's just too much. And yeah, I just love Jack Long and that whole team with all them and his brother. All of them are just top notch. And that's one of the greatest films as far as martial arts, in my opinion. That's in my top 10. So I gotta go, Seven Grandmasters.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah, the Seven Grandmasters is just from beginning to end really good. I like, the amount of fights in there. I like the whole idea of basically a retired master. Hey, I'm hanging it up, but then, oh no, you're not really the master. But no, I love the plot, and I just, like even rewatching it was dope. Snake in the Monkey Shadow, like you guys are already saying, it's a Jackie Chan clone, but I'm just not a fan of Monkey Kung Fu. I'll keep it real. I know I'm gonna get hate for that, but every time I see it,
No one's.
it's
hating
cool.
on it. No,
It's cool.
I'm out. I'm sorry. That's just me. I'm just even like when I watch it. But the training part when he does start learning it is dope. I'll give it that. But yeah, for me it's the easy pick. I'm going Seven Grandmaster.
What you got, Tony?
I love Snake and the Monkey Shadow. We actually watched it not too long ago.
Yeah, we watched it on
But
Discord.
I have to
Yeah.
go with Seven Grandmasters. I echo, what you. I hear what you guys saying about Seven Grandmasters. The fact that he was near retirement and then all of a sudden he decided to go on retirement and go on a long trip, which I think took a little over 2 years. And then to watch Li Min become his student and eventually beat his arrogant students, right?
Yeah.
Brothers, so-called brothers, to be able to see him come together towards the end.
Yeah.
I believe the guy he fights in the end was one of the teachers of the guy from Dagger's 8, if I'm not mistaken. The guy that does all the acrobats from Dagger's 8?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the guy that he fought.
Okay.
But for me, it's Seven Grandmasters, man.
Okay. All right, DK, what you got?
For me, I'm going with Seven Grandmasters, but I gotta give love to both films. These are films like I could easily rewatch like while we're eating food, like because they're just so good to go back to. Really like the guy who's playing the main monkey practitioner in Snake and the Monkey Shadow. He's just like he can be ruthless when he has to be against other people who are trying to get at him.
You talking about you talking about the monkey guy?
Yeah.
Pam Sam Shi?
Yeah. I thought for me personally, I thought he was cool. Like
he in my personal opinion, I'm only talking about martial arts from the martial arts perspective. Because that was a poll question we had on our channel earlier this week. Who's the best monkey practitioner?
Oh no, he's far from my favorite monkey practitioner.
Yeah, he's too tall. He's too tall to do monkey style. I'm with Kwanzi. Monkey style is
for me, he's second from the bottom. The bottom being the dude in Monkey Kung Fu, who's really tall. Remember him?
Oh yeah.
He's way too tall for that.
No.
But I liked him better.
Okay.
But I liked how like he could be a killer when he had to be in order to protect himself. But whenever he came across someone who was friendly, like John Chang's character, he was really open.
Time out. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
So are you going with Snake in the Monkey Shadow or no? Because you arguing for it.
No, I'm saying I wanted to give love to both. I'm saying Snake in the Monkey Shadow is good, but Seven Grandmasters is better.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to move it along because people got to go.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right. Cool. All right. Here we go. I think this is the last one. I think this is our last match here. Enter the Dragon versus Iron Monkey. God, dog. It comes down to this. I don't want to go first. Someone else, please go first.
You know what? Even though I say what I said about I prefer the traditional ones as much as I like Donnie Yen in this film, I thought certain parts they just sped it up way too fast.
Oh yeah.
And,
they definitely cranked the camera.
Enter the Dragon is just considered one of the greatest films of all time, regardless of genre. It's such a classic movie. So for that reason, I'm gonna pick Enter the Dragon. Sammo Hung is in there. A lot of the Bolo is there. A lot of people that eventually became famous later on were in that film. So again, I would pick that one over Iron Monkey for me.
Okay.
Nice.
Unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna pick Iron Monkey, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I know this is gonna be Enter the Dragon, and honestly, it should be because it is an iconic movie. It's probably like top tier Bruce. When people ask what's your favorite Bruce Lee movie, it's always gonna be Enter the Dragon for most people. I would say the things that take me out of it a little bit sometimes when I rewatch is like John Saxon is just not credible as a martial artist. I'm sorry. Rest in peace.
Totally agree.
I don't like to speak evil of the dead, right? But he's just not. Every time I rewatch him fighting Bolo,
AF.
get the F up out of here. That should have been Bolo versus Bruce. I mean, the fact that they rocked with that fight, because every Bruce fight is dope. Bob Wall, dope. He fights, like even Mr. Han at the end, which is not that great of a fight. I actually prefer the Jim Kelly Mr. Han fight. And then Jim Kelly's in there. He's got the swag. But I'll boil it down really quick. So I know we're trying to move. Iron Monkey, man. That was actually the first time I saw Donnie Yen on film.
Really?
Yeah, the first time I saw this in like 90. I want to say it was the early 90s after it came out.
Okay.
I watched it, rewatched it, couldn't stop watching it. This is when I was just thinking about getting into Kung Fu anyway. That no shadow kick, Molinga and just effing dudes up with that kick, and it would just come out. Oh my God. Rewatch, even though I know it gets a little long at the end when they fight the master on the pole, and it just gets a little too much fireworks going on. When the two Iron Monkeys are going at it and they're up on the rooftop, it's some of the best choreographed martial arts I've seen. So it's dope. And I know they cranked a lot of the camera work, but there's some top-notch martial arts in that movie. Outside of the silly stuff, because I know there's silly stuff in it. But I'm sorry. Every time I watch Enter the Dragon, I got to speed through the John Saxon stuff. If they didn't have that in there, maybe it'd be more of like that complete movie for me. But I'm gonna go with the one I know most people aren't gonna pick. I'm going with Iron Monkey.
No, actually, Kwanzi.
Get at me.
You know what, Kwanzi? I'm actually gonna rock with you.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna rock with you. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Wow.
Because I actually did a piece on the channel. Is Enter the Dragon the greatest kung fu movie of all time? Bruce Lee's parts are solid, right? Bruce Lee's parts are solid. The story is solid. I appreciated that he showed like the corrupt cop's gonna beat up the black man. So I love that. It's incredibly colorful. It's got a good story. I love the movie for what it's done for the martial arts zeitgeist, and I appreciate it to the fullest. So by picking one over the other doesn't mean that I do not love Enter the Dragon, because I do.
You see what Haswell put?
In a minute. No, I haven't, because I'm over here.
No.
But the John Saxon, you're right. It's unbelievable. It's not believable, right? He looked like Herman Munster. He moves slow, bro. If anybody tells me that John Saxon fighting Bolo and that John Saxon would win, man, you don't know nothing about martial arts. Quit playing with me, right? So that's not believable. Even the end fight, though iconic with the mirrors, again,
He needed a better
I just didn't buy it.
Yeah.
But again, iconic, legendary movie. Iron Monkey is Wu Ping at his best. Iron Monkey is Wu Ping at his best, right? At directing, at martial arts choreography, at making Donnie Yen. This movie made Donnie Yen a star. It made Donnie Yen a star. I don't care what nobody say, right? And it was not my first movie that I've ever seen with Donnie Yen. I've seen Drunken Tai Chi, Dr. Wen and the Brother. I've seen a bunch of movies of his, right? It's truly entertaining. Yes, the overcranking of the camera, it can be a little bit, jarring, but it's forgivable. And the reason why it was forgivable is because I saw another movie prior to this one with Jet Li. What is it called? New Legend of Shaolin. Some people call it Red Dragon. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so I like that movie. That movie allowed me to have a taste for it. Like at first, what the hell am I watching? But I kind of dig it now. This movie, again, I always go off of this premise. If I'm on an airplane and it's a short flight, and the stewardess says, we have 2 movies for you, 2 offerings. Which one would you like to watch? And you offer me Iron Monkey and you offer me Enter the Dragon, I'm gonna watch Iron Monkey. And that's me. So I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna take Iron Monkey with the slight edge over Enter the Dragon.
Can I just say this really quick? Still
Yes.
Enter the Dragon, because Jim Kelly, rest in peace, but one of the most quoted lines, of course, I'll be too busy looking good.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Haswell just put in like 3 quotes in a row.
Bullshit, Mr. Handman.
I'd like to leave your island.
Roper, don't try to con me.
Oh man. All right, who's next? Who wants to go?
Yeah, I gotta go with what y'all are saying. I mean, I love Enter the Dragon and the iconic, and that underground scene in the lair is just one of the most badass, unbelievable,
Yes.
unforgettable fight scenes
Yes.
in movie history. Not just
Yes.
martial arts, just in movie history. But
Yes.
come on, man, how you gonna kick Bolo in the
Right.
Come on. Are we gonna talk brass tacks? We can talk about something. How do you kick Bolo in the nuts? And you're John Saxon. You're not think about all the badass extras around this movie that could have.
Right.
You had Yamwa, you had, Jackie Chan, you had anybody you could think of that was extra in these films. You could have got a better fighter. Because they were no names. Because who was John Saxon? He was in the B's back then. He was like a B movie actor coming up,
Right.
like in the B movies. But
Right.
you can't kick Bolo in the nuts and expect to. I'm sorry. I'm done with that rant. But yeah, I gotta go Iron Monkey because OG, you're right. That was, Yang Wu Ping at the top of his game.
Yes.
Unbelievable. What's the guy's name who played the anti-hero? Not Ronnie Yu. What's his name? The one who played.
That's his name. That isn't it?
Yu
Ronnie
Rong. He's badass. And the female was cold. His wife.
Miss Orchid.
And then the one who plays the little kid, that's a female. You guys know that, right? That's a girl.
Yep.
That's a girl.
Yep.
And she was playing the young Wong Fei Hung.
Yeah.
And she killed it. And what more can I say about Donnie Yen than what has already been said?
Yeah.
Donnie Yen is just iconic. So,
yeah.
I mean, everything aside, with all the greatness and the iconic how it is with Aaron the Dragon, I gotta go with Iron Monkey.
You see, Sifu, you thought we was gonna ride with you.
I
See
really
that?
did.
You got two already. What you got, Tony?
Wow, okay.
Tony, what you got?
I already said Enter.
Oh
the
yeah,
Dragon.
you went already. My bad.
Yeah.
DK.
Yeah, I'm going with Iron Monkey on this one. Missed opportunity, like going to what Dan de Blasio said. Missed opportunity to have Bruce go up against Bolo. That would have been so cool. But yeah, putting that aside, Bruce's parts were solid. We could have had some better parts for John Saxon. Jim Kelly's parts were fine. I wish he wasn't killed halfway through. But yeah, with Iron Monkey, they delivered on pretty much every front. I do have to ask a question though. What's the Platinum Edition for this movie?
Oh, I don't know. I just grabbed it off.
Oh, it's one of the covers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Platinum.
That I
edition.
believe was the 25th anniversary.
Is that
what that
is
was?
that-
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's the VHS cover. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Listen, let me just tell you something right now. Quentin Tarantino ruined this movie.
The dub.
They bought the rights to this movie and they re-released it with a new dub track, and it is trash. Absolute
It's garbage.
garbage.
It's garbage.
You talking about Iron
If
Monkey,
you are
right?
if you are blessed to ever get a copy of the Media Asia version,
I
which
have
I
that.
have,
I have that too.
then you get to get the original English track. It's
Yep.
so much better. It is so much better than the Tarantino. I don't know why they do that for the life of me. I don't know why they do that. What makes them think we want to hear, "Hi, Tommy, what's happening? Oh, I'm looking for the Iron Monkey. Okay, let's look over here." It sounds terrible. It sounds
You know what?
terrible.
I've never seen that version. I've never watched that whole the way through. I've
Oh
got
my God.
the original.
Just go on YouTube. Just go on YouTube and watch a clip. It'll always be the Tarantino version, and it's trash.
I'm good.
Absolute trash.
I'm good. I saw the original in Chinese, and I always watch it that way. With the,
Yeah.
with the,
Or subtitle. Yeah, you can watch it. Yeah, in Mandarin and watch with the subtitles. Well, okay. So then again, Iron Monkey wins. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
for
got
most of it.
Okay. I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
SD said, "You think a cinephile like Tarantino would know better than to edit/ruin a foreign movie?"
gentlemen, round one is over. It's over.
Hey, can I got OG, I got one quick nitpick for you.
Yes, sir.
Where's Prodigal Son at?
Who
Wait, whoa. Was it on here?
You see, you wasn't here for the beginning of the stream.
yeah,
What happened?
You wasn't
Yeah,
here
what
for
I
the
missed?
beginning of the stream. I
What I missed?
went on a rant. I was on a rant because
Where's Prodigal Son? Where's the victim? I could rattle out probably 5-10 more.
They were literally in polls. They were literally in polls.
Voting for what movies would be in this bracket.
Yes, to be in brackets, and people chose. Some people chose Magnificent Butcher. I remember it. Magnificent Butcher was going up against Prodigal Son in the polls, and they voted Magnificent Butcher.
Yeah, but the Iron Monkey is 90s, so
I know.
shouldn't that have been a different one?
That wasn't me again. It
Okay,
wasn't
yeah.
me, bro.
I'm just
It
asking.
wasn't
I'm
me.
just asking.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. Iron Monkey should not even be in this one. It should be in the one we do next year. But next year I'm gonna exclude it because it's in this one. I absolutely agree with you. I
The
will
pairing
say
is
this
kind of
one
weird
thing, though.
because you got
I,
you. Go
I
ahead.
will
I'm
say
sorry,
one
go ahead.
thing. I'll say one thing. But Iron Monkey does have that 70s feel to it.
It does. Yeah, it
It's
does.
got the 70s vibe.
It's got that
But-
vibe. Yeah.
But bro, I hear you. Let me tell you something. Prodigal Son is one of my favorite. It's right here. Prodigal Son, because we were gonna do a movie watch along on Discord. It's one of my favorite movies. Period. Is one of my favorite movies. Lam Chan Ying, his Wing Chun in that movie is so incredible. I love that movie. Love it. So it's not me.
One of the
I got
top
you.
five
I got you.
movie
But let
endings.
me wrap this up real quick so we can so I can get you guys up out of here. First of all, I want to thank you all for your contribution. I want to thank all of you in the chat and all of you that are silently watching. Thank you so much for making this a fantastic. This is probably one of the best streams I've ever done. And I want to thank each and every one of you. And before I let you all go, I'm going to give you all the opportunity to shout out your favorite things and let people know where they can find you and all that. But before we do that, let me just let you all know that I thought that went basically without a hitch, and it was fantastic. So thank you. Thank you to my panel. You guys mean so much to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what we're gonna do, and it'll go up tonight, is we're gonna make a new bracket. We'll put red X's through all the movies that were eliminated, and we'll advance the next groups so that you all can see it. And then I will post it in the socials, so it'll go up on the channels, it'll go up on the Discord, it'll go everywhere, so that you all can look at it and think about it. If you so choose to come back next week, you three gentlemen are more than welcome to join us. DK will be here because today's the first day of his spring break, so he'll be here with me. And if you all want to come, please do. And we can talk about times and try to work out schedules so that we can all make sure that everybody's comfortable with the time. I know we ran a little bit later than expected, but I thought this was a fantastic grouping. So we will get out the new brackets post show, and we'll move this thing forward. And I believe now that we've kind of got it all out of us, I believe the next live stream will go a lot faster because we've already kind of talked it out a little bit. So now we're just gonna bang these out real quick. So I'm anticipating an hour, maybe an hour and a half max, maybe, based on that. But we whittle it down. We get to that final film, and then let everybody in the chat yell and scream at us. So again, thank you all so much for being here. This was fantastic. I had so much fun. I'm not done. I want to keep going. This is the best I've felt since I've gotten home from the hospital. Hell, I want to watch some movies on Discord. So if anybody wants to come over to Discord, let's watch some Kung Fu movies now. Let's get it. But again, thank you all. Starting with Tony Robles. Shout out whatever you want, whatever's important to you. Let people know about your channel, your upcoming channel, everything. Joe, go. Tony, can you hear me? Tony cannot hear me. Hey, it's your go. You let everybody know where they can find you in the socials and your socials.
Who, me?
Talk about your channel. Yes, you.
Oh, they can just go to my Facebook page, Tony Robles. I'm sorry, I don't have my headset on.
No, it's
so
okay.
My phone isn't that loud. But you can just look me up on Facebook, Tony Robles, or on YouTube, Tony Robles. I'm setting up my, can show you real quick. I got my setup over here. Got my food table there.
Woo! Yes, sir.
And then I got my speakers here. I got a home theater. This is my light for my phone table. Check it out.
Laser lights. This is how he teaches. He shines
That's pretty
the
sweet.
lasers.
That's pretty sweet right there.
Yeah, he shines the lasers
thanks,
down
guys.
on
It
the
took
table.
2.5 years to build, but it's finally done. And then you see this floating shelf over here. Right there?
Hey, Tony, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Tony, real quick, please, I'm begging you. Please do a trick shot. Just one.
Okay,
One trick
yeah,
shot.
I can do it. I can do it. Let me just set this up.
Okay. You guys got to see this, man. He did something for me yesterday. I was like, what? Please, hey, Quasi, hold on for 1 second, okay?
Oh no, I'm good. I just had to put my dog out of the room.
Okay.
Guys, I can barely hear you.
That's
So,
okay. Go for it. Go for it. We can hear you.
All right. I'll come back to the camera.
trick shot king.
My dad would be envious. He loves his pool table.
Nice.
He's got the camera perfect too. So you see everything. Look at that.
Yep.
So look over here.
Bro, I can't believe I know a pool champion. That's crazy, bro.
So
And at first, when I first met him, I thought he was bullshitting. And then I saw a video.
You're
Of
right.
GQ. I saw a GQ. I saw a
Okay,
GQ
guys, so
video of
remember when
him.
I showed you this a couple of days ago? This is what I call the photo finish shot. Kind of like when you watch a horse race, they take a photo to determine who wins by a nose.
Yes.
So over here, I'm going to strike the cue ball, and it's going to send the red stripe ball to the side, the pink stripe ball to this corner, and the cue ball is going to go in a straight line to make that red one right there in the corner right there. And you got to tell me which one you think went in first. Okay, you ready?
Okay. All right, let's go. Holy shit.
At the same time.
Do you see that?
What was that? Shaolin versus
Whoa.
Ninja? What the hell was that?
What?
I need to see the replay. I couldn't see it. It was too
Let me
fast.
show you another one. Look, let me show you.
Bro, that was lit, man.
Man, that was nice.
Oh my God. The guru says, I'm watching and rewatching this live stream back. Wow, what a night. I know, man. This was great, man. This is great.
Too fast to see.
SD says, too fast to see. Oh my God. Michael, good
So
to
look,
see you.
this one-
You too, Michael, man. Please come
this
back,
is what I
man. We
call the
love having you.
5-element ninja shot. I'm just kidding.
Five element
No,
ninja shot.
On this one here, right? You see the yellow ball? I'm gonna
Yeah.
hit the yellow ball. The yellow ball's gonna go off the two
do I
ball,
bring him?
the blue
How do
ball
I
into
bring-
this corner. The blue ball's gonna hit off that cushion and go into that side pocket. And while that's going on, the cue ball's gonna go
Now I
1,
figured
2,
it out.
3, and make the
Look,
red ball over
Just
there.
click that.
All right,
Now
you
I
ready?
figured it out, Quasi.
Oh, you got it. Okay. I didn't do
Yeah.
it.
So
Are
now
you
you're
guys
the
ready?
main guy. You're the main guy, Tony. Now we can see you real good.
He's gonna do this off the cushion?
Yeah. Watch this shit. Oh,
3 for 1.
whoa!
Well
Yeah, I
done.
scratch on that one. So
Wow.
you know what I'm gonna do? But OG, you haven't seen this one yet. Since
Oh
I
my
scratch on
God.
that one, I'm gonna punish myself and I'm gonna do the same shot, but I'm gonna add 3 more balls,
All right, last
making it
one.
a total
All
of
right.
6 balls in one
This is
shot.
the finale. Hey guys, if you're looking for someone, if you're looking for an instructor and you're in Florida, this is your guy. He's been on Daredevil. He's been on Daredevil. He's been on Boardwalk Empire. He's done all the shows, bro. Any show that they have a pool, like they're shooting pool, he's the consultant that they go to.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Say,
cool.
Tony.
Man.
Tony,
What
Tony,
season
talk
of,
your shit, baby.
What
Tell us
season
who
of,
you are.
what season of Boardwalk? Because me and my girl just finished watching that.
Boardwalk Empire is incredible. Any scenes with what's the Jewish dude on Boardwalk Empire?
Oh, you're talking about
So he's the
Okay,
consultant?
gentlemen, can you hear me?
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, I was telling them about that you worked on Boardwalk Empire. Talk about it.
Yeah, I worked with HBO for 4 episodes of Boardwalk Empire. Anytime that Arnold Rothstein,
Yes.
his real
Arnold
last name
Rothstein,
is
that's
Michael
it. Yeah,
Stuhlbarg, had a scene where it involved shooting pool. I would go and give him lessons, and then I would show up on the day of recording on the set to make sure that he shot the balls correctly, they were set up correctly, and everything. So I also did Daredevil
cool.
and the Punisher.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He did Punisher too. You did Punisher
Yeah, I did
too.
the Punisher too. I showed you the picture with.
Oh yeah, you did show me a picture with you and
yeah,
John
with,
Barenthal.
John Bernthal.
Yeah,
Tony-
you did. Show me.
Tony, what's your YouTube, man? I'm gonna subscribe right now so I don't miss out.
Yeah, it's just Tony Robles. You do a search for Tony Robles pool player, you'll see it. I don't have any new videos because I literally just finished building this up, and I want to do more professional videos. You know, if you notice over here, I have a 4K camera that was just installed up in the middle. You see that?
Yes.
There's a 4K camera, and I
Nice.
have lasers.
Nice,
You
bro.
know, OG, I didn't show you this. You see this right here? You
What's
see
that?
that blue light there?
That blue light.
right? If I go like this and I wave my cue on the blue light like this,
The light will shine down, right?
it brings out a laser on the
Right, you
table.
showed me
See the
yesterday.
laser?
Yeah, shows your students which way to shoot the ball.
That's correct.
That's dope.
You see,
Bro,
so I just
that's-
go ahead and then wave it again, and then it just turns it off.
Oh, that's nice, man. Dude, you got a nice setup, man.
Yeah. So
When
over
you gonna
here,
start- when
when
you
I
gonna
shoot
start
this
streaming?
ball, right?
When are you gonna start streaming?
This shot is confusing. When I shoot the orange strike ball, that's going to go off the yellow ball to the side. The big one is going to go across. And when it hits the yellow one, the other one's going to push this one here, the red stripe there, then the yellow one is going to go here. And while that's happening, the cue ball is going to go 1, 2, 3, and pocket the 5 there. So making this balls in one shot.
Yeah,
in 5
right.
Pockets, right.
Yeah, right. Let me see it.
Yeah, but remember, if the cue ball scratch, I can't do anything about it. I already punished myself by adding 3 more balls, okay?
All right, we won't worry about the scratch. We'll just worry about if you get that. I want to see if you get that last ball in. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, maybe did I find it? Oh, Tony Robles.
It's hard.
Yeah, this looks crazy. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my god.
Oh man!
First try, guys. First try, man.
Wow!
Oh my
Top
god.
tier stuff, man.
Yeah.
Bro, let me give you the
I
air
got some
horn.
more for you. I have some more that I'll show you next time. That way, I'll give you, have you guys
Wow.
get a little excited for the next stream, and I'll tell
Hey.
you some more.
Hey Tony, let me tell you something real quick. Let me tell you something real quick. If only you knew kung fu movies as good as you know pool, you'd beat somebody.
What was that?
I said, if only you knew kung fu movies
Oh,
as good as you
man.
know pool, you'd beat somebody.
Yeah. I put my heart and soul to this. I'm 58. I've been playing the game for 45 years, and I've been teaching for 35 of those 45
Bro.
years. But when I finished high school, I put in 12 hours a day, 6 days a week for almost 3 full years. So
Bro, you
put
sound
in
like
a lot
me,
of time in
you
it.
sound like me and Kwanzi when it comes to martial arts. Except I
Yeah.
think Kwanzi's still teaching. I got too fat. Fuck that.
You're not.
but hey man, I admire you, bro. I truly appreciate your friendship and everything you've done, keeping me going all those times when I wanted to quit this channel, and you stayed on me, man. And I truly appreciate you, man. It means so much
No,
to me.
listen, I
Tony.
just want to say, and you know, now that everyone's here, even though I'm a professional pool player, I've enjoyed martial arts films since I was a teenager. So when I was practicing 12 hours a day, when I got home, I couldn't get home soon enough to watch these, and I've always felt like it was a lonely hobby. You know this. So when you created this community, I fell in love with it. I had to subscribe. I said, what can we do to make this better? You know, you took feedback well, just like I take feedback in my craft. That feedback is very important. But more importantly, too, you were able to bring everyone together. And I just want to let every single person that tunes in know that you're just as important as every single person out there that supports this channel or martial arts
appreciate
or
it, man.
everything. I appreciate each and every single one of you.
Thanks,
And
man.
I can't thank you enough for being a massive part of this great community. So thank you for what you do. All of
I
you.
appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. It's all. Hey, man. I got love for you, Tony, man. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, bro.
You
We
got it,
gotta
guys.
me and the wife, we already talked, man. We're gonna shoot down. We gotta get the wives together. Let's get some dinner. All right.
All right.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man.
All right, guys. You have all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon. Okay.
All right, my bro.
Take care.
Thanks,
you.
man. Appreciate
Bye-bye.
you. Sifu Kwanzi, tell him where you at, baby.
What up? What up? Oh yeah, man. So listen, whether you guys want to train martial arts or you just want to check me out, Kung Fu Chronicles, YouTube, just go on there and check it out. Kung Fu Chronicles with a K, so KUNGFUKHRONICLES. And I'm also on the yingjiaopai.com website. That's the official Northern Eagle Claw, Shum's Eagle Claw website as well. So for people interested in private lessons, you can access me that way. And I just want to say thank you guys for including me tonight, man. This was amazing. I definitely do not know as much about these movies as you guys do, but it was a pleasure being a part of this, learning some things I didn't know. Like I'm about to pick up that Leg Kickers movie on Blu-ray because I didn't even know it was out on Blu-ray. I'll have to give me a copy. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to rounding it out next week with you guys. Hopefully I can make it so we can talk more about this stuff. This was really fun. So
Sounds
thank
good, bro. Hey, man, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for checking on me when I was sick, man. I really appreciate you, man. Listen, guys, salt of the earth people is hard to find. You will be hard to find someone better than my man Kwanzi. So, guys, go over to his channel. If you love this channel, love his channel, go over and show him some love. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit those notifications. Check out my man Kwanzi. He is putting in his work. All right. He is building his channel. He already has 22,000 subscribers. Let's get him to 50. Let's get him to 100. Y'all support my man. We have the wrong sometimes, and I'm not a gatekeeper, but sometimes we got the wrong people in these spaces who try to treat people as if they're the only people who can speak on Kung Fu movies. Kung Fu movies is for everybody. Kung Fu movies is for everybody. And for those who try to come off as experts or know-it-alls, hey, man, you block out that noise and remember, it's entertainment. It's entertainment, all right? And enjoy it. And you will appreciate that more and learn to appreciate not just the movie of it, but learn technique. And Sifu Kwanzi is someone that you can learn about technique, right? That you can get insight from by listening to his interviews. He interviews some very important people in the space, right? So check my man out. Show him some love, all right? Hey, man, thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Plus, if y'all jump on the channel, you can see me and OGM. We talked during the holidays. We did a stream of our own. So there you go.
Yeah, we did a stream. Yeah, we did a stream a few months back. So check that out. All right. Thanks again, Sifu. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you back, man. All right.
Thanks, man.
Dan de Blasio, talk to the people. Tell them where they can see you, man.
Well, I'm new to the social media game and all that. But I must say that I am truly humbled to the bottom of my heart to be on this panel with you guys. I mean, I love martial arts. I love Kung Fu. I love what you and DK do. You guys are amazing. You guys are an inspiration to me. I want to thank Kwanzi and Tony for being our co-hosts and everything. I thought it was amazing. And I just think that me and you, OG, we need to link up because I know you're in Illinois. I'm in Indiana, so we're pretty close. So we should probably definitely hook up. And right, we should definitely hook up. And like I said, I'm just completely humbled to be a part of this. I love Kung Fu. I love martial arts, and I'm just so happy to be a part of this movement. And I just can't wait to see where it goes. I'm just like I said, I'm just so humbled and so appreciated to be here with y'all. I'm just so happy, and I just wanted to thank you. Me and my wife are going to be starting our own YouTube channel. And she's into holistic health.
Nice.
We do soaps, body oils, and creams. We do we're talking about travel and living abroad and all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to get my socials and get everything started as well.
Okay. Well, hey, man, let us know when that venture, when that starts out. Let us know, man. We love to be a part of that, man. Love to support you and help your channel grow. And anytime I can shout you out, man, I definitely will do that. Thank you again, man, for jumping in.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
You jumping in. You added like that flavor, man. I mean, honestly, the stream was still going good, but I was so happy when you jumped in, man, and you just gave it that I really appreciate, man. You my kind of people, man. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you again.
I appreciate you too, bro. We definitely got to hook up.
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right.
I'll see you on the other side, brother.
All right.
All right, peace. Well, son, that was amazing, right? That was amazing. Again, I'm gonna shout out some people in the chat real quick because I think that they deserve their flowers as well. You all also helped make this a wonderful experience. So I'm gonna go back a little bit just so I can make sure that I don't miss nobody. But shout out to the guru, my guy, Zakatao, my man Caesar, Mario Hall, SD always shows up for us, man. I appreciate you so much. H Rich always shows up for us, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Encyclopedia. Hey, man, you don't never have to apologize for giving your opinions, man. That's why I love you, man. You're one of my brothers. Hey, man, you are a wealth of knowledge. We ain't got to always agree on everything. We're not a monolith, right? We all have our opinions, and all this stuff is subjective, right? So you don't have to apologize to nobody, none of my guests, nobody in the chat, man. You keep doing you, man. That's why you're special, H Rich. And I truly appreciate you. One of these days, I'm gonna get you on one of these. I'm gonna get you on one of these because we need you, fam. We need you. We need you in this space, man. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. To my man Bernard Green, hey man, I appreciate you hopping in, man, and trying to fill in that space, man, because we really needed that. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Ace Lycan, we appreciate.
Oh, of
you, man.
course, my man Gil is in the building. Of course, always hold me down. Checked in to make sure that we was good on the technical side of the game. Obviously, my main man, 10,000 gram, my son. I love you so much. Thank you for being here.
Love you too, Dad.
Thanks, man. I don't want to miss nobody, man. I feel like there was so many people that was talking. There's some new people, man, that was really fired today, man. It felt so good. I'm trying to catch their names because I don't want to miss them.
Michael Richardson was here.
Michael Richardson. Oh my God. Thank you so much for being here, man. It was so much fun. Hey man, if you ever want to be on, if you ever want to be on the camera, if you ever want to hop in, man, hey, this space is for you, man. We created this space for people like you. So please, Michael, if you get a chance, man, be a part of the show, man. We love it. Thank you.
Also, the Guru, we appreciate you, man. I saw how engaged you were with the chat.
The Guru is fire, bro. He's the only one who was rocking with me. We was doing a Daredevil live stream. We did a Daredevil live stream last week, and it was me and the Guru, man. We was talking it out, man. Talk about the Daredevil episode. He stayed with me while we was watching. That was fantastic. There's a gentleman, I don't know his name, and I'm so sorry. He's a friend of Tony's. I think it was On the Wire Creative Media. I believe his name is Rob. Hey man, thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry if I didn't.
Ra, like the god Egyptian.
Oh, Ra. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that name. Powerful name. Hey, bro. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you for being here. That meant a lot too, man. If I didn't get to engage with you as much as I wanted to, apologies, but thank you so much. My man Hazuo stopped by too, man. Hazuo, thank you so much for participating and being here. Hazuo is a big time supporter, important part of this show. So we truly appreciate you. And anybody else whose name that I may have forgotten, I didn't do it on purpose. I apologize, but I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This was a fantastic live stream. And we look forward to doing it with you again next week. And be on the lookout for other live streams throughout this coming week and some more new content as we're going to get in the lab starting tomorrow and start pumping that stuff out for you all. So again, thank you all again. I'm OG Ant.
This is DK.
Hey, we're in the building. Poison Clan rocks the world, baby. Poison Clan rocks the world. Salute. Peace.
Have a good night, everybody.